newspapers this week in Pittsburgh looking for tickets. Hello, everyone. I'm Sam Rosen along with Phil Esposito. Big game. The New York Rangers and the Pittsburgh Penguins. The team that wins tonight owns fourth place in the Patrick Division.
Well, Pittsburgh already owns fourth place, so the Rangers got to try to catch them, Sam.
Well, if they win, they take over fourth place.
Absolutely. But let's put it this way. This is a very, very big game for both teams. Both teams have not been really winning all that much, although the Rangers have won the last two on the road. Pittsburgh have lost 5 in a row. And I'm going to tell you something. To see this place packed like this really is a good feeling. Hockey coming back in Pittsburgh like this, and they're going to be up for it. The Pittsburgh Penguins are going to be going after the Rangers, I think, right off the bat.
The Rangers have a lot of injuries. Barry Beck is out. Gare LaRouche is out. Tom Laidlaw is out. They've got to make some moves to fill the holes. One move, Mike Allison returns. He'll be playing his first game since December the 2nd. He'll be centering the line tonight.
That's right, Mike Allison. It looks like he's starting, so he'll be playing against Mario Lemieux a lot. And we got to watch Allison because he hasn't played any competition for a long time, even though it was January 8th, I believe, that he broke his wrist. He hasn't played any real physical competition since then, but with all the injuries, somebody had to play.
The Pittsburgh Penguins, driving for that final playoff spot, made a big move before the trading deadline. They acquired Ron Duguay from the Detroit Red Wings in a trade for Doug Shedden. We met up with Ron Duguay prior to tonight's game, and we asked him about the trade here to Pittsburgh.
Well, initially, my first reaction, I was a little disappointed. Whenever you get traded, it's a feeling of not being wanted. But after thinking about it, things were so bad in Detroit that it's another opportunity for me to get my game back together here in Pittsburgh.
And what about your role with the Pittsburgh Penguins?
Well, playing on the big line, you know, they're going to be counting on us to lead the team, to score goals, and individually, if I can, you know, being that there's a lot of young players here, if I can show a lot of leadership.
This bud's for all that you do.
Carlos, I need 100 of these by Friday.
My friend, I'm retired.
Face-off, Kerry Fraser will drop the puck. Mario Lemieux and Mike Allison on the draw, and the Rangers control. Ruotsalainen and James Patrick paired on defense. Patrick with the rush, drops it off. For Bobby Crawford, a shot blocked. Allison tipped it wide.
Wow.
Quick chance for the Rangers. Here comes Duguay wearing number 35, his third game with the Penguins. He's had 2 assists in his first 2 games, playing on the right wing with Lemieux. Body's tripped up, and the Rangers get out with the puck.
What an opportunity. What an opportunity right off the bat. Mike Allison.
McPhee shooting it wide. John Van Beesbrook and Gilles Meloche, the starting goaltenders tonight. Lemieux jumping out of the way of the check of Kelly Miller. Willie Huber is back in the lineup, and Ron Greshner is playing back on defense, paired with Huber. Out in center, Kelly Miller couldn't find the puck. Mo Mantha has it for Pittsburgh. Pass a little too far for Billy Siren. And picked up by Willie Lindstrom. Gives it back to Huber. Huber missed 2 games with a sprained knee. Goes across to Greshner, who's wearing the captain's C tonight. The pass hit the linesman. Worked ahead by Kelly Miller. Ridley shoots it into the Pittsburgh zone. Siren, the rookie defenseman from Finland, has the puck. Goes across to Mantha. Mantha, left wing, across the line, Dave Hannon. Hannon against Melnick. Melnick takes him out nicely. The loose puck steered into the corner. Miller goes there with Lindstrom. In comes Shabbat, number 9, with Rob Whistle. Shabbat trying to pry it loose, and it's Grossen for a face-off.
Right, it took a long time to blow the whistle. Johnny Van Beesbrook playing in goal for the New York Rangers tonight. You can see his thing. He's tied with Reggie Lemelin. Most wins in the league. And in goal. I'm a little surprised this, but it's the rotation. They're going. Joe Meloche playing. The reason I'm a little surprised is that Roberto Romano is just incredible at home.
That's right.
16 wins, 6 losses, and it just seems to me in this game that they would have a guy like that in there.
And don't forget, Meloche did not play well in the game against the Rangers, February 27th at Madison Square Garden.
8-3 game.
He was pulled after 2 periods. Romano came in. Brook centering Sandstrom and McClellan tonight. Sandstrom centers, and it's frozen at the side of the net by Jim Johnson and Gilles Meloche.
That was close. That was very, very close that time.
Long list of scratches for the New York Rangers tonight. Start up top with Barry Beck re-injuring the shoulder. Tom Laidlaw bad back. Pierre LaRouche fractured thumb. Mark Pavlich has been suspended, announcing his retirement. Mark Osborne is still out with the ankle injury. They hope to have him back by the end of next week. Puck sent in. Van Beesbroek plays it to Ruotsalainen. Around the boards, Hannon stops it. Sends it back off the corner glass, and it rolls around the shelf. James Patrick gave it away. Willie Lindstrom has the puck. McClellan on him. Gives it back to Patrick. And he sends out Brook. A little over 2 minutes gone by as Brook comes in. The puck poked away and cleared out by Norm Schmidt. Willie Lindstrom races for it. Huber got there first. Shabbat with the puck. Sends it into the Ranger zone. Packed house here at the Pittsburgh Civic Arena, where this season the attendance is up significantly. Looks like they'll have their best attendance ever, as they're averaging better than 12,000 a game. Sandstrom comes in. Sandstrom on Malashi went wide, and he goes flying. Out come the Penguins. Broken up by Halmonen momentarily, and across the line comes Cunningworth. Works his way in front. It slid on by. Played by Blaisdell. Back to Shabbat. John Shabbat, number 9, tied up by Halmonen. Gets it ahead to Cunningworth. Blaisdell's in front. Van Beesbroek got the stick on it. Rangers come out. Maloney with Sundstrom and Halmonen. Blocked at the line by Busk. Is taken back by Maloney, but the Rangers were offside.
Wow, good start of the game, and I'm surprised the Rangers have come out storing. But Pittsburgh finally had a chance as Cunningworth, watch, he goes around the outside of Greshner. This is why I don't like Greshner playing left side. I think he's a better right side defenseman, much better, because he turns to his right a lot better. But somebody's got to play the left side.
There you see the Pittsburgh scratches, Nolan, Erie, and Hillier. Well, we talked with the coaches before the game, and the basic attitude is that Rob Greshner will play anywhere you ask him to.
But you notice that Melnick stays on the right side, and Rob Whistle goes to the left side. And you know what I'm saying?
Penguins come back. Mike Bullard, 38 goals, drop pass. That shot by Cunningworth goes wide. Maloney with the puck. Maloney carries 3-man rush, drops it in. It's stopped by Mantha. Out, head man. Bullard comes in, 2-line pass. He shots, and it's offside. It's offside. The whistle is blown. The fans are going crazy, but the Penguins were offside. 16:34 to go. No score. First period.
Why change a good thing? That's what I asked when Oldsmobile redesigned the Delta 88. Oh, then I drove it. Wait till you see how it handles. It's front-wheel drive, too. But inside, plenty of room to stretch. Our Delta 88 is the family car that didn't forget the family. Some things never change.
Borrow the car, Dad?
Some things never change.
From your good old guy.
16 minutes, 34 seconds left, first period, 0-0, and that was an offside play, and nobody heard the whistle, and the guy went ahead, and he shot the puck. They all played it.
Bullard went in. He loved it. He raised his arms. He thought he had it. The crowd was going crazy, but well, it's going to be tough down there. A lot of crowd noise in the building tonight. Mike Allison picks up the puck. The puck is pumped and bumped by Terry Ruskowski. Duguay and Lemieux got confused a little bit. Duguay's pass knocked away by McPhee, but Crawford was trapped in the zone. Penguins have the puck and come out. Siren with the puck, number 5. Billy Siren takes it across, drops it in the corner. Melnick is on him. Loose puck, side of the net. Patrick clears it ahead to Allison. Excuse me, to Crawford. This is McPhee coming down. McPhee across the line. Crawford to the net. McPhee's pass is intercepted by Ruskowski. Good play. Ruotsalainen takes it back. 15:45 to go in the first period. There's no score. James Patrick. Ruotsalainen has it go off the stick. Norm Schmidt tried to clear it out. Rangers are offside.
You know, actually, Sam, I think this, like with all these injuries that the Rangers have, you look at Ronnie Duguay, you know, tonight's game, I think the team will be much more, they'll be better tonight than they will be tomorrow night for some reason. And I'm probably saying, I'm saying that because of the fact that when you got so many guys injured and mean guys like Laidlaw and Beck and stuff like that, and Mark Pavlich's retirement, you tend to pick up the slack for that first night, and then they'll have a little bit of a letdown the next game.
We'll see right now. A good start, but still no score. 4.5 minutes gone by. Shabbat losing the puck to Ruotsalainen. say this much. I think several players grow in importance, obviously.
Oh, absolutely.
Ruotsalainen and Patrick become very, very instrumental in rushing the puck from the back line. Sandstrom has the puck. He becomes a very important man for scoring goals. McClellan to Brooks. Shot is stopped by Milosh. He came out to make the save. Out is John Shabbat, number 9. Across against Huber. Lost control. Huber gets to the puck. Shabbat ties him up. Now Patrick falls down. We're looking at the ice before the game.
Doesn't look good at all. Rangers right now are doing a great job in coming back. They have that one forward every time now coming back. And that allows the defense to stand up and do better, and stop them a little bit better.
Buskis with a nice feed. That quick shot is gloved by Van Beesbrook. He stops it. Blaisdell taking the shot. 14:32 to go in the first period. There is no score. Ron Greshner moved back to defense tonight. The Ranger injury problems. Tom Laidlaw's back home with back spasms. Apparently an outgrowth of the hamstring injury that has been bothering him. He's been skating, I guess, a little differently to compensate for the
That's probably it.
hamstring.
That happens because, you compensate. It's like I guess a baseball player. The pitcher has got a sort of shoulder or something. The pitch is different. Hurts his arm.
14:32 to go in this first period. One more meeting between these two teams. The final game of the regular season, April 6th at Madison Square Garden.
Pittsburgh against Boston were terrible on the faceoffs. So far tonight, they're not so good.
Kelly Miller pulled down by Buskis. Penalty call. Buskis will go for hooking Kelly Miller. And the first penalty of the game. And I'll tell you, we've said it many times, but special teams could be the big factor in this game.
Yep, scramble. Let's not keep them waiting.
At the Eastern Air Shuttle, we have a crew on standby whose sole mission is to fly you.
At 5:40 now, the Rangers go on their first power play of the night. They're 14th in the National Hockey League. Pittsburgh are 10th in killing off the penalty.
Mantha drives it around and out of the zone.
He's got Sandstrom, Brook, and McClellan on the front line of this power play with Ruotsalainen and Patrick.
Rangers have had 5 power play goals in their last 11 chances. 3 in the power play goals scored against New Jersey and 2 against Calgary, which is a big improvement. McClellan sends it around to Sandstrom. Sandstrom blocks it with the skate. McClellan has it in the corner. Back to Sandstrom. Mantha's on him. Back to McClellan. Picked up quickly by Bodger. McClellan sends it up the boards to James Patrick. Rangers have not been able to set up a shot yet. Hannon can't control it. Mantha clears it.
Yeah, listen to this crowd. I haven't, honestly, I remember one time when I was playing with the Bruins that a crowd was like this and this into the game. That's great for the Pittsburgh area.
I was here the last time the Penguins were in the playoffs in '82 against the Islanders. That's an icing on the Rangers. And the fans really get into it. It's been a long time. We've come here many, many times when the arena has been half empty.
Oh, boy. Or half full.
But this is a packed house here at the Civic Arena. Rangers leading scorer Mike Ridley.
Now they've got something different going on here. They got Ridley out there with, excuse me, Jensen and Maloney.
56 seconds to go. And the penalty to Rod Buskis. 13:16 to go in the first period. There is no score. Ridley wins the draw. Greshner has the puck. Greshner and Helminen playing the points on this second unit on the power play. Greshner with a feed for Ridley. Ridley comes in against Jim Johnson. Ridley cross ice to the point to Greshner. He shoots. Deflected. Stopped by Milosh. Cleared aside by Johnson. Cunningworth sends it out.
Great play by Donnie Maloney in front of the net. He got in front of the net and caused that.
That pass broken up by Johnson in center. Cunningworth is bumped by Helminen. Good play by Randy Cunningworth. And the puck shot down the ice. 18 seconds to go in the power play as Helminen weaves his way to center ice and sends the puck around. Milosh Malash stops it for Norm Schmidt. He drives it around the boards. Ridley had to go off his shoulder as he ducked, but the Rangers able to keep it in. Maloney in the corner, checked by Schmidt. Hannon takes the puck away, and out come the Penguins. Teams are at full strength. 3-on-2 develops. Hannon across the line. Drop pass for Shabbat. Shabbat has the puck and sends it around the board. James Patrick is there. 12:10 to go. First period, no score. Ridley avoids Duguay and sends it in. Rangers change. Terry Ruskowski leaves the puck at the goal line for Mo Mantha, but he gives it away to Ruotsalainen. His shot is stopped by Malash. The rebound, score! Bobby Crawford, his first goal as a New York Ranger, and the Rangers lead 1-0.
Well, I'm going to tell you, that started by a stupid play by Mo Mantha. A real bad pass all up the boards. He gave it right to Ruotsalainen, and Ruotsalainen came in, shot the puck, and then Crawford got the rebound. Here's the shot. Now Crawford coming in, picks up the rebound again. He beats Mantha and puts the puck past Gilles Malage. Bobby Crawford scores the first goal. Mo Mantha made a couple of bad plays there.
Bobby Crawford, 2 years ago, scored 35 goals for the Hartford Whalers. Last year, missed a lot of time because of injuries, knee problem, and traded to the Rangers for Mike McEwen. He comes up with his first goal as a Ranger, and the Rangers get the jump. Duguay knocked down in center by Whistle. They collided as they went for the puck. Melnick fires it out past Sundstrom and played by Siren. In center, it's picked up by Melnick. Siren chases. Sundstrom on him. Siren sends it around to Ruskowski. Out of the zone, Greshner is there to intercept, and his longtime friend Duguay checks him. Lemieux for Duguay, it's behind him. Hit by Huber on Ruskowski, and the Rangers have the puck. Maloney up the boards. Helminen picks it up and takes it in with Sundstrom. Helminen's shot is off the stick of Buskus, and 20 rows up into the crowd. But Bobby Crawford has gotten the Rangers off to a good start. They lead 1-0.
In the competition to build your office information system, one player is strong in computers, but not in communications. Another is strong in communications, but not in computers. At 9X Business Information Systems, we're strong in both, and we'll tie everything together in one system that works as simply as this. 9X Business Information Systems.
Financial Managers Society.
10:57 left in the first period. That goal was scored by Crawford, assisted by Ruotsalainen at 8:06. Crawford's 15th. First as a Ranger.
McClellan forechecking, going face-to-face with Malash in the crease. Bodger's pass is deflected into the zone. Huber makes the touch, and icing is called on the Penguins.
Well, the Rangers have played very well so far in this period. The first 10 minutes, Willie Huber back in action after missing a couple of games with a bad knee. I think he's the only guy as tall as Mario Lemieux.
That's right.
Lemieux's out there to take this face off. Looks like he's playing a double shift.
Bob Rook moved to center tonight, with Greshner moving back on defense. As Ted Sater has to make moves because of the injury. Shot by Sandstrom, save is made, deflects to the side, and Sandstrom able to pass it back to Greshner. That shot intercepted by Lemieux, comes out. Lemieux across the line, he goes against Huber, and he shoots, save! The rebound jammed on by Frawley.
Oh, what a move by Lemieux.
Here comes Sandstrom. He shoots from the blue line off the
Greshner and Frawley.
Greshner and Frawley are going at it back down in the Ranger zone. Frawley got in some good shots. Greshner with the takedown.
Greshner and Frawley went pushing. And there they go. You can see it's just a wrestling match now.
And John D'Amico and Ron Finn trying to pry them loose. Both men reluctant to give up the hold. Finally break apart and head for the penalty boxes. 10:17 to go in the first period.
Leshner and Frawley get 5 minutes each for fighting at 9:43. Boy, Frawley really missed a great rebound opportunity with Mario Lemieux making a super play. The puck was lying right there.
Lemieux has that great strength. Despite the fact that Huber is all over him, he was able to make the move and get a great shot off.
He's got that reach, too. He's got that long, long reach. And you have a long reach like that, too, Sam. It's so beneficial in this game, boy.
But, you know, with the guy on him, with those, he's got the strong hands.
Yep.
Just with the wrist, the flick of the wrist.
That's all he did.
It's a great shot.
That was a good save by Van Beesbrook. He had to come out. He didn't know where he was going. Lemieux couldn't get it up because he was being bothered by Huber.
Teams remain at 5 aside on the 5-minute fighting penalties. No loss of manpower. Shots are 7-3 for the Rangers thus far. Rangers leading 1-0 on the goal by Bobby Crawford. Patrick is back for the puck. Blaisdell is forechecking for Pittsburgh. Out in center, Chris Jensen, number 15, sends it in. Around the board, Jensen and Blaisdell. Patrick sends it ahead. Cleared out by Norm Schmidt. And here comes Schmidt to center. This is Bullard. Across the line with Cunnyworth. He drops it to him. Knocked out by Patrick. Good play.
But you see the reason was that because Kelly Miller was doing such a good job coming down, coming back with Schmidt on the right side.
Around the boards to Chris Jensen. He goes rink wide. It's intercepted by Mantha. He's tied up by Ruotsalainen. Loose puck in center. Thrown ahead by Ridley into the Pittsburgh zone. Siren plays it with 9:10 to go in the first period. Siren looks up ice and 3 Rangers come in to forecheck. Around the boards, Huber stops it. Huber shoots it, deflects into the corner. And it's taken out by Hannon. Sends to Bullard. Bullard pushes it by Melnick, and Halmonen goes back to recover. It's the back of the net. Maloney picks up the puck. Gets it by Lindstrom, and Melnick plays it. Shabbat on him right away. Good check. Siren has the puck. He's bumped. Loose puck. Halmonen tried to clear the zone. Couldn't do it. Since Lindstrom took it back. Back behind the net. Huber drives it. Blocked it. Hit Lindstrom. Rather Shabbat. And Maloney. Stopped by Mantha to Shabbat. He holds. Goes cross ice, and Huber broke it up. Intended for Lindstrom. Maloney sends out Sundstrom. 2-line pass.
Outside it was by Donnie Maloney. Don to Peter Sundstrom.
This man has had some good games against the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Remember scoring a hat trick here that year, and then the next game the committee didn't play, which I couldn't understand. None of us could at that time. You know, one of the things that has impressed me so far about the way the Rangers have played this first period is it seems that they want it a little bit more than the Penguins right now. And really are playing very well in their own zone so far in faceoff. Faceoffs, the Rangers are out dueling them 9-4.
Penguins take that one and send it in. Van Beesbrook stops it for Ruotsalainen. Back to James Patrick. Penguins now doing some good forechecking with the Rangers able to work it out. McPhee with the puck. McPhee across the line. Allison waits for the pass. It comes through to Bobby Crawford. Hit the post. Bobby Crawford has had 3 good chances in this game. 1 he scored on, and 2 have just gone wide.
That's a good sign for him tonight, because sometimes it just happens, boy. You're just there all the time and having those opportunities.
And a penalty is called. Crawford took down Duguay. He argues the call. Kerry Fraser calls interference, and Bobby Crawford, after a good scoring chance, will go to the penalty box. And the Penguins will have a man advantage, and now Duguay and Crawford getting set to get involved. McPhee steps in. Crawford and Buskus trying to reach each other as the linesman Ron Finn gets in between. Kerry Fraser.
Well, I'll tell you exactly what happened. As Crawford skating by him, he said to Duguay, "Nice dive, you." Maybe some nasty name. I didn't say it. I scared you, though. I scared you, though, didn't I? And Duguay took exception to it and went back at him, and then George McPhee came running in there. So, and now Wiskowski and Ed are telling Duguay, "Hey, stay away." Let's take a look at this goalpost shot by Bobby Crawford as it just banks off the outside. Crawford all alone in front of that net. Now, there's the penalty. And Duguay did dive a little bit probably and got the call from Bobby Crawford. Or from Kerry Fraser on Bobby Crawford.
Right. Now they're trying to sort out. Buskus has also gone into the penalty box for getting involved. Crawford might get a little extra for staying on the ice and not going right to the penalty box.
Well, that can't help Pittsburgh with Buskus in the penalty box. The best thing for Duguay at that time was when the guys, you know, you just turn around and you just look at him and smile and skate away because you got a power play and you just keep it in mind. So maybe the next time a guy is around, if you want to get even, then you get even.
Kreshner and Frawley are still in the penalty box for their fighting penalties, which occurred at 9:43.
Crawford had interference at 12:11, but we'll wait for the officials to find out what's going on.
The initial call was interference on Crawford. Now, Kerry Fraser is explaining the penalties that he's handed out to Buskus and maybe extra to Crawford.
Well, Bullard and Don Maloney are there. And
fans want the action to resume. Kerry Fraser doing the explaining to Don Maloney. 7:45.
Okay, there goes Bullard.
7:45 to go in this first period. Sorry, Phil.
Obviously, with Bullard already gone to the bench and Don Maloney still standing there, I would say that the Rangers are going to be a man short.
It's now the clock is corrected. 7:49 to go. First period. Rangers lead 1-0.
Hitting home runs is the fun part of my job. Catching is the tough part, the sweaty part. But you won't catch me showering with deodorant soap.
Settle. And he's set to resume action.
So Crawford gets 2 minutes. He'll get the first initial 2 minutes, and then probably he and Buskus will get, or maybe Buskus got a 10-minute car. I don't know. We haven't heard anything yet, folks.
No announcement yet.
So we'll just wait. And they're still arguing.
Still talking. Now it's Kerry Fraser talking
to Don Maloney again.
John D'Amico has gone over to talk to Reg Higgs at the Rangers bench.
And Finn is holding with Lemieux and Willie Huber. As Ron
a lot
Finn.
of talk here.
Why? Like a talk show.
Actually, they're asking, where'd you go for dinner last night?
Oh, well, I don't know. Where'd you go?
Found a good restaurant.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Things have settled down. Live from St. Petersburg, Florida, the return of Mets baseball. Join Channel 9 for full coverage when the Mets take on the Minnesota Twins tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. Mets and the Twins. Mets have gotten rained out a couple of times.
Sundstrom's in the penalty box. He's probably going to sit out the penalty for Crawford. Now, George McPhee's in there. We'll just wait for the official, okay?
Crawford got 6 minutes. 2 for interference, 2 for high sticking, and there's the shot by Bullard that stopped.
We'll give it all that in a minute.
And he got 2 bench penalty for failing to go to the penalty box, and Buskus got a 2-minute minor.
Okay, that's it. 5-on-3 situation.
Okay. Penguins 2-man advantage for 2 minutes. As Mantha carries the puck, drops to Ruskowski, gives it to Lemieux. And across it goes to Bullard. Bullard looks around. Goes back to Mantha, gets it back. Across to Lemieux, centers for Duguay, save! And Patrick has the puck.
What a play by Lemieux. Wow. Duguay took his time on that. Took too long, as a matter of fact.
Brooke throwing it across to Patrick. Boy, Patrick has made a couple of great plays already in this first period. 1:10 to go in a 2-man advantage for Pittsburgh. 1-0 Rangers. Duguay has the puck. Lemieux across. Duguay toward the net. Lemieux waits and sets it up. Duguay side of the net. Ruskowski in front. Lemieux. Pass was blocked. Huber trying to bat it out. It was blocked by Lemieux. Dugay's over there. They're digging for it. Huber trying to find it. Penalty called on Duguay.
Oh, my Lord.
Charging.
What a call that is. Woo! Boy, that's a break for the Rangers.
Yes, sir. With 46 seconds to go, the 2-man advantage, they called Duguay for charging on Huber.
Wow. What a call. Anyway, watch this beautiful play by Lemieux. There's Duguay in the right corner of your screen. Look at the pass. Now Duguay waits. And he waits till he goes down, and he tries to put it up high. save. Now, Duguay gets 2 minutes for charging here. Let's take a look at it. Almost gets knocked. Now he comes back, and he bodies it now.
Charging?
Charges?
Sorry. Yeah.
Wow.
I think Kerry Fraser might have gave him a make-good there.
Wow.
Because with the Rangers down 2 men, boy, that did not look like charging.
Yeah.
But in any event, the Rangers are going to wind up with a power play advantage.
Let's give you the whole bit here, okay? Busquets 2 minutes for, that was before. Let's go this one. Here it is. Busquets gets high sticking at 12:11. Crawford gets 4 minutes for interference at 12:11. McPhee gets 2 minutes for high sticking at 12:11. And then now Duguay gets 2 minutes for charging at 13:25. That's
Got it all?
Well, except for I think Crawford's is 2 minutes.
2 minutes interference
and 2 minutes, yeah.
Failing to go to the penalty box.
Right.
In 46 seconds, the Rangers will have the man advantage when 2 men return. And they'll have a power play for a minute 14 seconds.
That was quite a call there. You know, you try not to second guess referees and stuff, but Donnie Maloney's still asking questions, and that's probably about McPhee and Sandstrom, but they're both going to come out.
Right.
Crawford's got to stay in the penalty box, that's all.
6:35 to go. First period, 1-0 Rangers. It's a 4-on-3 advantage for Pittsburgh. Still the power play. Bullard sends it in off the boards. Van Beesbroek stops it and clears it.
What a
good play.
What a dumb play by Bullard that time. Wow.
35 seconds to go on the power play for Pittsburgh. Bullard with the rush. Bullard across. Knocked away. Brook clears it. Good work. Rangers penalty killing of late has not been all that sharp. And
well, they allowed 3 power play goals to Calgary.
That's right. Rush by Mantha, stopped by Patrick, and he clears it. Rangers had allowed 16 power play goals in their last 39 times short.
Listen, Pittsburgh against Boston had 7 power plays and never scored.
That's right. In 3 seconds, the Rangers will have 2 men coming back. Here comes Lemieux. Shot it wide. Rangers have the man advantage now. Hannon to Bodger toward the net, glove by Van Beesbroek. He holds it for the face-off. Now it's a Rangers power play.
They'll have 1 minute and 6 seconds on the power play with the penalty to Ron Duguay, which will be their second. They didn't score in the first one.
5:41 to go. Well, also some confusion with all the talking between the referee and the linesman and the official scores.
Anyway, the faceoff is deep in the zone of the New York Rangers. Shabbat against Mike Ridley.
Rangers skating 5-on-4, leading 1-0 on Bobby Crawford's goal. Shabbat looking for the puck. It's still loose. It's loose in front. Hannon shot wide. Patrick has the puck. Good chance for Dave Hannon. Ruotsalainen rushes and drives it around the boards. Out comes Milosh to stop it. Schmidt bangs it around and out. Patrick has the puck. Shabbat is forechecking. Hand on it and gave it away. Shabbat holds. Sends it around. That'll kill some time off. Picked up by Ruotsalainen. 35 seconds to go on the Rangers power play. Sandstrom against Johnson. Johnson takes him out with a good check. Ridley against Norm Schmidt. Hannon takes the puck away. Hannon on the rush. Good penalty killing for Pittsburgh. Hannon across the line against Ruotsalainen. Hannon comes in. Stopped by Van Beesbroek.
Boy, Van Beesbroek is hot and sharp tonight.
Sandstrom takes it out, being hooked by Shabbat. Rangers come in offside with 12 seconds to go on the power play. Some good forechecking, some good penalty killing by the Penguins. Now Frawley and Greshner come out of the penalty boxes talking to one another. They had the fight earlier, and they were talking, so we may not have the end of that one tonight.
Well, let's take a look and watch how Hannon goes around the outside of Ruotsalainen, which does surprise me. Gets there, Ruotsalainen has an edge on him, but Johnny Van Beesbroek comes out beautifully to block off the angle. He saw nobody else is coming down. Let me go out and block it off. Beautiful play by Johnny Van Beesbroek.
4:47 to go. First period. 1-0 Rangers. 12 seconds to go on the power play for the Rangers. Good work by the Penguins as Bullard takes it down the ice. Hooked from behind by Melnick. He comes in with a shot that sticks the side. In the corner, Bullard and Whistle. Also Maloney got there. Teams are back at full strength as Duguay returns to the ice. Maloney comes across the line. Maloney being checked by Mantha, shoots it into the corner. Sundstrom going after the puck. He's tied up by Duguay and Siren. Siren looks for the puck. Sundstrom battles along the boards. Duguay has it and able to work it clear. Duguay carries. Duguay against Melnick. Now against Whistle. Centers and Melnick there to deflect it. Melnick sends it out to center. Good hit by Siren on Sundstrom, but here comes Helminen. He's in. Nice move. Helminen stick handles in and shoots and scores. What a move by Remo Helminen.
Again, Mantha is the guy that's the culprit on this. And then Malash. I don't know what he was doing. He had no business going way out there like that. Let's take a look at it. Here's Helminen.
Super individual.
Now watch Malash. Watch Malash. And he just dives, and what's a beautiful, beautiful play. Now watch Mantha. Here's the play where he makes the play. Mantha cutting across, and what a move by Helminen. Mantha going after the puck. Then he fakes it there, and you can see what he does to Malash. And Remo Helminen scores at 16:04.
He showed it to him, and he took it back.
He sure did.
And flipped it over.
But I didn't understand what Mantha was doing again.
2-0 Rangers. Penguins are offside on the play. 3:44 to go in the first period. And the Rangers off to the big start.
Helminen from Sundstrom at 16:04. 2-0 Rangers.
Boy, that was some move by Helminen. He's been quiet for a while, but that was a beauty. 3:44 to go. First period. Frawley sends it in.
Here's a perfect example with the kids watching on a defenseman. You don't go after the puck like that. You try to take the guy's body.
Troy Loney and Craig Simpson seeing the ice for Pittsburgh for the first time. The puck flipped up into the crowd, and we'll get a face-off when we come back.
Right now, Eastern can fly you to Florida a whole lot smarter than People Express can. On People, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and Orlando are $149 day coach. On Eastern, just $89 from Newark, saving you $60. And Eastern gives you advanced seat selection, baggage check-in, a meal or snack, and more. Any time of the day, any day of the week. For more information, call your travel agent or Eastern Airlines and fly to Florida a whole lot smarter on Eastern.
3 minutes, 32 seconds left. First period, it's 2-0. The New York Rangers over the Pittsburgh Penguins. Bobby Crawford and Remo Helminen have scored the goals for the Rangers. Helminen's was a beauty.
Mike Allison, first game back since December the 2nd. Playing down in New Haven and broke his wrist. Now he's back. He's been skating for a little over a week. Says he feels good. And now, obviously, a very valuable man with all the injuries the Rangers have had. Loose puck, Greshner and Frawley. Watch out. Puck cleared out by McPhee. Craig Simpson has the puck. The rookie from Michigan State sends it in. And Van Beesbrook plays it around to McPhee. McPhee checked by Loney. Gets it to Allison. Allison comes across the line against Norm Schmidt.
What a hook by Loney.
On McPhee, and McPhee looks around. Takes his number down. Loney along the boards, number 11, couldn't work it out. Now it's cleared out of the zone. Rangers recover. Ruotsalainen cross to Patrick. Whistle stops play as we got something else going. McClellan and Simpson. And now Ruskowski gets in there. Boy, McClellan really wants to get at Simpson right now.
Yeah. He was kind of angry at, and then Ruskowski got in there.
I love John D'Amico. Now, the linesmen have the toughest job in the world under these melees. They've got to pry them all loose and settle it all down. See D'Amico get a hold and just sternly, with anger in his voice, say, come on now.
John D'Amico is very, very strong. And when he grabs you, you know you've been grabbed, believe me. You can't move once he grabs you.
He's tough. He's been around a long time, and he's the best.
Again, Kerry Fraser. Now here goes the explanations again.
Yeah.
remember seeing D'Amico a couple of weeks ago in the airport, and he said, boy, how about the diets these players are on now? They're into the pastas. He said, growing up, that's all I ate was pasta.
Same here. If I had only known. That was before my time. I'd love it now. All that pasta.
Well, that's why you were able to play 18 years.
I ate a lot of pasta, but Dave, again, you kidding? It was steak and potatoes and salad. And we always... And ball bearings. Peas. We always had ball bearings. I always call them that. Nowadays, they have the pastas. Oh, the nice pasta and everything else.
Boy, would you be in your glory.
Oh, boy.
Seconds and thirds. McClellan and Simpson get 2 minutes each for slashing.
At 17:28.
No loss in manpower. Still skating 5 aside. 2:20 to go in the first period. 2-0 Rangers. Lemieux sends it in. Off the corner boards. Ruotsalainen plays it. Drops it off. Chris Jensen trying to get away, almost gave it away. Lemieux was able to block it. Ruskowski for Lemieux, it's deflected. Lemieux tied up by Miller. Good play by Kelly Miller. Patrick has the puck. Patrick with a good rush. Patrick against Schmidt. Shot is knocked away with a blocker by Malash.
Boy, I'll tell you, Pittsburgh defense ever backing in. The Rangers are going to take more advantage of that tonight.
Lemieux comes across the line, offside. As Lemieux stick handled at the line, Jim Johnson went across offside. Mario Lemieux, second in the National Hockey League in scoring, comes into tonight's game with that incredible point scoring streak.
And I was told by some of the Pittsburgh press that people anyway that has not been playing all that well the last 3 or 4 games. He's not doing the
scored
things.
57 points in 27 games, and they say he's not playing all that well.
I remember in Boston the year after I scored the 126 points. Next year I had 99. He said I slumped.
He's not playing well, fans. 57 points in 27 games. Wow.
You expect a lot of things from a guy like Lemieux, I guess.
Sure, they expect 67 points.
Rangers come out. Sundstrom along the boards with 1:25 to go in the first period.
It was like when Gretzky went to 8 games and scored a goal. When we talked, he had maybe 38 assists.
In the corner, Maloney centers to Helminen for the shot. Save Malash. Knocked down. It's loose. It comes out to Melnick. His shot goes wide. Sundstrom was knocked down. He's slow getting up. Blaisdell lets the puck out to center where Cunneyworth plays it.
Wash is shaky.
Cunneyworth against Whistle. 1 minute to go in the first period. Following the first period, I'll be talking with Rangers coach Ted Sater, and we'll also have a segment of Ask Espo on the road. Puck is frozen in the corner. 50 seconds to go in the period.
Raimo Helminen, what a great move he made on Mantha and the goaltender, Gilles Malash. Malash is not sharp right now, you know.
And he had a good shot on Malash here, too.
Standing right there in the hash marks, just above. Look at that. Nobody around him. He gets it. He shoots a little high. Now there's a good rebound. Malash doesn't know where it is. Malash goes down, and he has trouble getting up.
Mantha and Cunneyworth knocking down Sundstrom. Ted Sater will chat with us between periods. Time to Ask Espo. Some good questions. We'll also see the Ask Espo teams.
84 or 85, 86. The guy's just this year.
Right.
Not lifetime.
Okay. The guys that Espo would like to have
this year
on his team.
Well,
this year.
no, the question was if I was playing, the guys I would like to have, or if I was coaching the guys I would like to have. Man, I'd love to have all sorts of guys. Like Messier and Bossy and the rest of those guys. These are the guys that I like this year.
45 seconds to go in the period. Greshner is tied up. Puck squirts loose. Here comes Frawley, knocked away by Huber. Good play by Willie Huber. The Rangers come out. Greshner across the line, Maloney, and it's broken up by Buskus. Little confusion as to who would play the puck. Finally, Brook played it. Bodger has it for Pittsburgh. 25 seconds to go in the first period. Van Beesbrook stops it for Greshner. Round the boards. Kelly Miller trying to clear it. Blocked by Bodger. Bodger and Loney in the corner. Bodger has the puck and centers. It went through, and Maloney has it. 12 seconds to go in the period. Kelly Miller picks up the puck. Miller checked by Frawley. It's pulled down. 5 seconds to go in the period, and that will do it. First period is over, and the New York Rangers have to be absolutely thrilled with the first period, walking into a packed house in the Pittsburgh Civic Arena and going off the ice with a big 2-0 lead, getting the jump on the Penguins in this all-important matchup in the battle for 4th place in the Patrick division and that last playoff spot. Goals by Bobby Crawford and Raimo Helminen give the Rangers a 2-0 lead, end of 1. We'll be back talking with Ted Sater in just a moment.
The car won't start.
Before winter trouble strikes, give your gas an STP tune-up. Used regularly, STP gas treatment helps break up and remove water to prevent gas line freeze-ups.
STP is the racer's edge. Where you're going, it's pickable. There's a style in your life no one could ever deny. You're on your way to the top, and along the way, you've always known just who you are. Where you're going, you've always known it.
No other beer is brewed and aged like exceptionally smooth Michelob.
Where you're going, it's Michelob.
To help make March Mazda's biggest month in history nationwide, your Mazda dealer's offering incredible deals throughout the showroom. It's your chance to save on 626, a world-class family car. On 323, Mazda's state-of-the-art small car. And special factory cash allowances mean you can save hundreds on Mazda B2000. So hurry to your Mazda dealers now. Don't miss your chance to become a part of history.
Get a great deal at your local Mazda dealer today.
Out here, it's me alone against the course. But in the financial world, you need all the help you can get. You need the PaineWebber Army behind you.
Even golf legends can use some financial backup. PaineWebber is ready to roll, putting all its resources at your command. We believe the quality of life just might depend on the quality of your financial services.
Thank you, PaineWebber. Now that's the kind of army you want behind you.
Atlantic, searching the rich cod fishing waters to find the best tasting fish fillet in the world. The Burger King Whaler, a tender, all-natural fish fillet, lightly breaded with tangy tartar sauce and crisp lettuce. Nobody goes farther than Burger King to catch the very best. Nobody.
Welcome back to the Pittsburgh Civic Arena. We're between the first and second periods of tonight's game between the Rangers and the Pittsburgh Penguins. My guest is Rangers head coach Ted Sater. And Ted, a lot of key injuries have hit here in the final stages of the season. What kind of moves can you make to try to make up for the loss of the key players?
Well, I think one of the things that we have to make sure that we maintain is the fact that we want to keep working with the players that are in the lineup and give them every opportunity to be successful and have a chance to win some hockey games as well. I don't think it's in our best interest to pine over the fact that we've lost some key people, because that's not going to help us in our stretch drive.
Does it bring a situation where you have to do a lot of line changing and moves in a game in order to try and find a combination that will click?
Well, a little bit, but I think the other thing is that we have to involve every one of the New York Rangers that are in uniform. We have to give every one of our players an opportunity to play, because one of the things that we can control with quick line changes is the tempo of the game, and hopefully we're going to get a little bit more contribution from some of our people in the lineup.
But do you find with the situation with your manpower down that you're more likely as a coach to make more changes than you would like to?
Well, a lot of that, Sam, is determined by the opponent and the situation in the game. I think one of the things that it really does for us is it really forces a lot of extra emphasis on your specialty teams. In other words, when you have a chance to score goals, we're going to try to have our 5 best people on the power play. And on the same token, when we're trying to prevent one, we're going to try to present a real strong penalty killing unit and just hope that even play, we're going to come out holding our own end.
With guys like Beck out, with Tom Laidlaw hurting a little bit and missing a game or two, with big forwards out like LaRouche as far as scoring is concerned, Mark Osborne, have you changed your strategy as far as game plans are concerned?
Well, a little bit. I think we've tried to come up with, as much as possible with 4 pretty well homogeneous lines. Obviously, what we're trying to come up with, ideally, is 2 good scoring lines and 2 good checking lines, and hopefully, we're going to be able to keep these lines intact until we do get some help back from the manpower situation. Unfortunately, right now, that most of our injuries are a little farther than just a day-to-day situation. So we're going to be scrapping like junkyard dogs to this next stretch.
Because of the injuries, does it now become a coach's job to go in there and try to motivate his players even more and try to call on their emotional a little bit to dig down deeper?
Well, maybe yes, maybe no, but I think there's an awful lot of quality in that New York Ranger locker room right now, and I think the guys look around and know that everybody has to pull a little bit harder on the rope, and I think that we've been getting some pretty good performances from our veterans, and I think that our younger guys have, you know, maybe in the face of a little bit of adversity, they've grown up that much quicker.
There's one big situation that has surrounded the Rangers this week, and that is the Mark Pavlich situation. Early in the season, it looked like he was on his way to a banner year. What happened in the course of the season that turned this around to lead to the situation that it exists now?
Well, I really wish there was one simple answer to it, but I don't think it's quite that easy. I think there was maybe a lot of, you know, factors that came into play. I really wish I knew. I think that in terms of the management and the coaching team, that we certainly extended every opportunity and tried to keep Mark on track for his banner season, because without question in the early part he was our top forward. Unfortunately, you know, the situation couldn't be resolved, and we have to get on with the life of the New York Rangers.
Okay, thank you, Ted, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you very much.
Ted Sater, head coach of the New York Rangers. When we come back to New York Rangers hockey, after we ask Ted, it's time to ask Espo, so stay with us.
Samsung VCRs and other fine products are available at Newmarket Lewis, Caldor, Crazy Eddie, Sam Goody, or call 800-255-2550.
Once there were two bears, a big bear.
I'll have a Coca-Cola Classic.
And an even bigger bear.
Give me a case, Coke.
This bear loves the big, bold taste of Coca-Cola Classic, the original. And this bear loves the light, smooth taste of Coke, because it goes down real easy.
How about another? Yeah, another case. Another case? You gotta keep a lot of Coke in the refrigerator.
Coke and Coca-Cola Classic.
Data General asks, are you buying yesterday's technology? Data General, computer systems so advanced we win more major contracts than any other company. Data General.
Pretty soon, this room will be filled with people who want to learn more about managing their money and making it grow. I'll tell you how you can join them after this.
Getting where you want to go takes more than hard work. It takes financial planning. At Manufacturers Hanover Trust, our planning seminars and private consultations show you how to make the smartest use of your money, how to keep more of what you make and make more of what you keep, how to use investments and credit to build yourself a more rewarding future. Financial planning from Manufacturers Hanover. We realize your potential.
To find out how you can reserve a seat at a Manufacturers Hanover financial planning seminar, call 1-800-MHT-BANK. You'll learn what young professionals need to know about accumulating capital, evaluating investments, leveraging credit, and more. The $35 fee includes a free private financial consultation, so call now.
Welcome back to the Pittsburgh Civic Arena, where between the first and second periods, the New York Rangers leading 2-0. And we have taken the show on the road all around the country. They are waiting for Ask Espo.
No.
And for our WOR TV national audience, it's time for the Ask Espo All-Star Team 1985-86.
I bet you're going to be a few surprises.
A couple of surprises.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go
for everybody. Okay, let's take a look at it. Goaltending on the first team, Grant Fuhr, Larry Robinson, Ray Bourque, Anderson, Gretzky, and Dave Taylor.
Okay, a couple of quickies.
Yeah.
Why Larry Robinson? Why Dave Taylor?
Because I think Larry Robinson is probably having his best year he's had in years, and I just think he's the key of the Montreal defense.
And Dave Taylor?
Just because he gets the puck to the centerman all the time, and I like guys like that.
Second team, goaltender, John Van Beesbrook.
Well, I think because he's the best, he's played the best of any goaltender this year. Stevens, Mike Ramsey, Kurt Muller, Mario Lemieux and Timmy Kerr.
How about Muller on left wing? A lot of people would say, why Muller?
Well, I'll tell you why I picked Muller. Because I watched him play in that All-Star game, and I was so impressed when he played with guys like Bossy and Trottier. Mike Bossy would be a guy that I would pick on my team. There's Bossy, there's Mark Messier, there's a lot of guys. Even my buddy Pierre LaRouche. But there's a lot of guys, you know. But this is just something to cause a little trouble in what I think.
Okay. Now, it's time to go to the questions submitted by the fans across the country. We appreciate your interest and your involvement. And here we go. First question for Ask Espo.
What is it?
Dear Phil, it comes from Art Della Sala, Livingston, New Jersey.
Okay.
Several times I've seen a team question the curve on an opponent's stick. And since the sticks the NHL players use are brand names, why and how are the sticks curved illegally?
Well, sometimes they come right from the factory curved illegally, and the guys actually have to straighten them out. So the factory's to blame on that one. Other times the stick comes too straight, and the guys use what they call the blowtorch.
Right.
They heat it, they bend it under a door, and they curve the stick a little bit, and consequently they curve it too much, and it's more than a half-inch allowed.
Before tonight's game, Willie Huber, we saw him,
That's
had
right.
3 new sticks, and he said the curve was too
So he was
much.
straightening it out.
Right.
So that's really the basis for that.
Okay, thank you very much. Art Della Sala from Livingston, New Jersey. Next question for Phil. It comes from Diane Barbie, Fort Washington, Maryland. Phil, can you explain the plus-minus statistic?
Oh.
Does this statistic have an impact on how well a team is playing? Also, how does a player know when to come on the ice?
Well, first off, a player knows when to come on the ice when the other guy comes off. You watch for that guy, or the coach tells you to go on. Secondly, I'm not one to hold any credence with the plus-minus. I don't think it's indicative of how a player is performing because sometimes you're on the ice and a guy scores a goal from the blue line, or a flip shot will go in, or a guy will give the puck away, and then other times you're on the ice when your team scores.
Right.
A funny thing.
The example, right.
An example was Rob Whistle got an assist, and James Patrick got an assist on a goal the last game the Rangers played, and they were sitting on the bench. They didn't get a plus for that.
But he got an assist.
They got an assist on it, so I don't even like that sort of
Now,
stuff.
the Ranger coaching staff does a thing where they talk about scoring chances, plus-minus scoring chances.
I think each team keeps the individual minus statistics, and they will maybe critique a guy and say it's his fault that that goal was scored, so he may get a minus and he may not give another guy a minus.
Okay, thank you, Diane, for that question. On to the third question for Phil, and this question comes from Nick Fiora, Yonkers, New York. Phil,
a lot of
as
Italians.
hockey has gotten faster, why does the NHL use only the referee? Why not use more than one referee to call penalties? In college hockey, they use two referees.
We've talked about this quite a bit, and probably the reasoning is simple. I mean, I think the guy be in the penalty box all night, and you got to have 2 linesmen in the NHL because fighting is allowed. Okay. And these guys got to break up. And listen, it's allowed, okay? It's part of the rules. And they only have 1 referee because I think it's good to only have 1 referee.
Really?
Yep.
Don't you think he needs a little bit of help sometimes?
I think on the goals, I think they should go to a videotape system like they're doing in football. If a goal is scored or something and the referee doesn't see it, I think they should have a videotape or somebody upstairs to look and see. Not for penalty calls, though.
Okay. Next question. This comes from an 8-year-old viewer, and you're going to love this. This is Andrew Manzi, Union, New Jersey. He's 8 years old, and my sister said she wants to know what's so big about winning face-offs. I said there's a lot of good things about winning them. Now, can you please tell her the big difference? First off, tell your sister to get off your case. It's important to win the face-off,
Well,
right?
listen, one thing I always was taught, and I would teach anybody, if you win the face-offs, you have control of the puck. As long as you have control of the puck, the other team can't score any goals. I mean, that's really basically what it is. I can't explain it any better than that.
That's it. Thank you very much, fans, for writing to Ask Espo. Continue to send your letters. We'll have more of these segments right through the end of the season.
I feel like Dean Martin.
You did it. You got all the
Keep
answers
those
right,
cards
too.
He just puts that puck up for boards because Crawford was nailing him. Ruotsalainen intercepts, takes the shot. The rebound comes right out to Crawford, and Crawford puts the puck right behind Gilles Meloche. Ruotsalainen gets the assist, and boy, was Bobby Crawford ever happy about that.
Crawford had 2 good scoring chances. Here comes a great move by Hellman.
Oh, watch this move by Hellman. He comes down. Now he pulls over to his left, and watch Manta go right by him for some reason. Holds, and then Meloche for some reason comes out and dives. And bingo.
I think the deke by Hellman really drew Meloche out when he showed him the puck and then pulled it back.
Okay, I agree with that one. Sandstrom and Melnick got assists in that goal.
Rangers lead 2-0. We'll be set to start the second period at the Pittsburgh Civic Arena in just a moment.
This fight's for all that you do. Somehow you always come through. You keep it going. Your pride's really showing. Nobody shines like you. Yeah, you make America work, and this fight's for you.
Here's to you, Beechwood Age, for that clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
This fight's for you.
Oh, I wish I had a picture.
I'm too scared to take pictures.
But I'm not smart enough.
Anyone can take great pictures with Minolta's 35mm autofocus compacts, Minolta Freedom 2 for decision-free pictures, and Minolta Talker for words of wisdom.
Too dark. Use flash.
Both are autofocus, auto everything.
Hey, Dorothy.
Minolta Freedom 2 and Talker autofocus wizardry.
Only from the mind of Minolta.
This game is being brought to you in part by Metropolitan Life and affiliated companies. Get Met. It pays. And by the Good Olds Guys, your local Oldsmobile dealers. Sam Rosen, Phil Esposito, and we are joined by the man known as Franchise. Mr. Pierre LaRouche has joined us up here in the booth. Good to see you here, Pierre.
Thank you, gentlemen. It's a pleasure seeing you.
It'd be nicer to see you out on the ice, but how's the thumb coming along?
It's fine. Should be playing next week.
What do you think of that first period? Pierre?
A little surprised, but not by the way we played, but the way Pittsburgh came out, I'm a little surprised.
Yeah, they sort of came out flat. I thought they'd come out and just go right after the Rangers, especially with Beck and Laidlaw and yourself out of the lineup.
Well, and mostly you look at that crowd. That you know, this is the first year in a while they get good crowds, and you expect them coming out and just going AWOL. But I guess they did win AWOL. They did. They left.
Add an assist to Larry Melnick on the goal by Helminen. So it's now Helminen from Sundstrom and Melnick at 16:08. Rangers sending the puck out. This is Dave Hannon. And played back out by James Patrick. Shabbat falls down. It's knocked across. Ruotsalainen into McClellan. Sandstrom. Sandstrom got a little tangled in center ice and sends it into the Pittsburgh zone. Doug Bodger has it. Forechecking is McClellan. Now Shabbat pushes it out to center. Hannon. Shabbat against Huber. Now for Hannon. Poked away by Greshner. Good play. Loose puck picked up by Bob Brook. And around to the near side, Willie Lindstrom is there for Pittsburgh. He's tied up. It's back behind the net. Shabbat hit by Huber and Greshner. Puck is still loose. No one sees it. We've got wrestling going on. Hannon and Brook wrestling behind the goal as Greshner comes out to center.
Looked like the wrestling matches. Nice move.
Greshner, good move. That shot kicked away by Milosh.
Well, he's shaky.
McPhee picks it up. Bodger's on him. Huber. McPhee with a feed to Allison. Allison ahead, and it's knocked away by Mantha. McPhee takes it back, feeds Huber. And Lemieux comes back to recover for Pittsburgh. Here comes Ruskowski across. Nice feed to Duguay. He's in, and he shoots over the top.
Van Beesbrook got a piece of that.
Mantha's shot sticked aside by Van Beesbrook. Centered across and blocked in front by Whistle. Here come the Rangers. McPhee met by Duguay, lifts it in.
Boy, oh boy, Duguay's had two great chances again.
Allison shoots it wide. Miller centers. Nice play by Siren diving across to break up that cross-ice pass. Duguay waiting for the puck. It slides by out to center. Lead for Lemieux. Lemieux goes in and shoots wide. And all the way out it goes. Penguins have started off quickly here in the second period.
A lot quicker than they did in that first period. In that first period, Pittsburgh had 4 scoring opportunities, according to our statistician, and the Rangers had 7, and they scored on 2. Crawford had 3 scoring chances. Watch this little pass by Ruskowski. Now, watch Van Beesbrook get just a piece of it right there on the pad, the left pad, as he came out, knowing that Duguay had his head down.
You know what? You still can't play, man. I couldn't even see it from here, and you saw him making the save. That's why you score all those goals. Right?
Well, you know what it is, too, Pierre? Sometimes you get you get a feel for, you know that. You score as many goals. What do you...
Well, more. I wish I had to score more than you.
But that was a good save by Van Biesbroek because he anticipated Duguay coming in with his head down.
What I like about Johnny, he knew he could come inside, and he got his stick out there, make sure he could come across, and the only thing he could go is upstairs, and he made the save.
That's right.
Norm Schmidt has the puck and drives it in. Cunningworth sends it back around in the corner. Blaisdell is tied up. Puck worked ahead, but stopped by Bullard. Bullard holds, tries to make a move on Whistle, holds him a little bit, kicked out by Van Biesbroek. Penalty is upcoming. It's out in front. It looks like Ridley will be sent off the ice. 17
are on the power play. It's their second.
Penguins power play.
Penguins, excuse me, I'm sorry, on the power play. Actually, they had two-man advantage there, so... But that constitutes one power play, Sam?
And in that situation,
yeah, it does. That's right.
Had they scored,
then it would have been another one. So
right.
It's their second power play.
Mike Bullard sends to Mo Mantha and gets it back. On with Lemieux, Raskowski, and Duguay. That's a pretty formidable alignment.
Well, they haven't scored in a long time in the power play.
Mantha around for Lemieux. Centers for Duguay, was deflected. And out comes Maloney. Just holds it. Nobody pressuring him. It goes across to Brook. Mantha on Brook. A lot of time ticking off. Maloney gets to the puck. Try to feed Huber. Raskowski intercepts. Duguay waits for the pass. Has Lemieux open on the wing. Lemieux is in. Lemieux scores!
Well, I'm going to tell you, he made a good move, but Van Biesbroek almost got that one. Boy, he gets an opportunity. He is dangerous, that kid. Duguay made a great pass right on the stick of Lemieux, and listen to this crowd. Okay, let's take a look at this. Here's Duguay with the pass, a power play goal. Now watch Johnny Van Biesbroek's goal stick as Lemieux puts the move on him. Right there, watch it. He almost snuck it back out. That was close, wasn't it, Pete?
What a move, huh?
Yeah, look at this. Go ahead.
Fake the shot. He'll fake the shot and go on his backhand. But Johnny had to commit himself, and he almost had it, but... wow.
And he puts it in. Wow. That's unbelievable.
He controls the puck so beautifully. Mario Lemieux, with his 45th goal of the season, now has extended his point-scoring streak to 28 straight games, the fourth longest streak in NHL history.
It reminds me of another big guy who used to play this game. I used to check him very well, by the way.
You mean Esposito?
Oh, is that the guy?
Who that guy?
Shabbat has the puck. Now Pittsburgh has come alive. A whistle stops play. The net was knocked off the magnetic moorings.
Lemieux scores his 45th, excuse me, at 3:23. Duguay and Raskowski get assists. And that was a power play goal. And puts Pittsburgh back in the game, 2-1.
Lemieux had 42 goals, 100 points last season as a rookie. This season he now has 45 goals, 128 points.
Pretty awesome.
Wow. You broke your record here in Pittsburgh, huh? You had 111, that was your record? Your records are getting beaten too, eh, Pierre?
Well, I'm getting old, I guess.
Yeah, you too,
Now, again, it is a key of a power play at the start of a period for another team.
It sure is.
Change the momentum of a game.
Well, I tell you, when you scored against New Jersey with that on the power play with 36 seconds ago, it changed that game. And let's watch and see whether it changes this game.
Melnick sending it ahead to Brook. Rangers still lead 2-1. McClellan tied up by Hannon. Sandstrom works it in. Norm Schmidt has the puck. Pass blocked by McClellan, but Schmidt finds it first and clears the zone. Sandstrom comes back. Tripped up by Schmidt.
I think Sandstrom got a hurt on his knee there.
The whistle stops play. Sandstrom is hurt, and the crowd roaring as Sandstrom can't get up right now.
That you don't like to see anywhere. Could be Charlie hurts his knee. Let's take a look at this. Okay, here comes Sandstrom. Now watch Schmidt come in. Boy, oh boy, it's his left one.
Woo. Sandstrom is trying to skate, trying to put pressure on. But he is in some pain right now. And this is a guy who takes a lot of punishment on the ice. He wants to stay.
He's a tough young man, I tell you.
Okay, let's take another look at it. Watch his left leg as Schmidt comes in. Look at him bend that knee. That knee got bent.
Sandstrom is being helped to the locker room, and he's in pain.
Another one goes
Here
down
goes.
for the Rangers.
Boy, the injuries are just mounting up at the worst time of the season.
I don't know what it is. The last 2 years has been unbelievable.
The luck has gone bad right now. Thomas Sandstrom helped into the locker room. And Ted Sater looks at the lineup card, hoping he could find some quick replacements, but they aren't there right now. Rangers leading 2-1, 15:35 to go in the second period. Rod Buskus has the puck. Around to Randy Cunneyworth. Nice pass to Bullard. Bullard against Patrick. Bullard comes in, and Patrick knocks it away. James Patrick's having a strong game tonight. Peter Sundstrom has it. Now it's Helminen sending it in. Penguins taking the body a lot more here in the second period. Off the stick of Helminen to Sundstrom, and it hit the outside of the net.
Malash is shaky. I think if the Rangers get some good shots on him, they're going to score.
Maloney all over Doug Bodger. Cunneyworth lifting it out of the zone. Patrick back for it. Blaisdell after him. In center ice, Doug Bodger puts it into the Ranger zone. And Beesbrook stops it for Patrick. Ruotsalainen open down the right wing, but Bullard deflected the pass. Van Beesbrook plays the near boards for McPhee. Pass broken up by Mantha, who bats it up into the crowd.
You know, Pete, I don't know. Can you tell when a goaltender's having a tough night? Can you feel it or can you sense it?
Yeah, I was watching him warm up, and he's staying back in his cage, and he's fighting everything that's going his way.
He is.
You can tell this team has lost 5 in a row because he's playing that way. He's just, everything comes this way, he's not sure.
He looks very tight, like
he's fighting the puck. Like
he's fighting the puck.
Exactly.
Were you surprised that Romano wasn't in goal for them tonight?
A little bit, but veteran like Malash, and this is a very important game. You have to go with the people who, you know,
got you here.
Who've been there.
Okay.
Good point.
Allison's pass is deflected. Mantha trying to hit Lemieux, is broken up by Crawford. Allison gets the puck but falls down. Knocked away from Crawford by Sarin. Here's Duguay. Lemieux open on the left wing. Pass comes to him off the stick of Ruskowski. Back for Duguay. Back behind the net, Ruskowski. Who's puck along the boards? Lemieux has it. He's got some room. Lemieux in control of the puck all the way.
Did you see that? 2 guys have to go after him. Look at him.
He still controls it and winds it around. Greshner and Duguay. McPhee along the boards. Penguins are really putting some pressure on here. Ruskowski after the puck. Hubert drives it around, but it's stopped. Sarin keeps it in. To the near boards. McPhee will get there. And able to clear the zone. Duguay takes it back. Loose puck picked up by Crawford. Comes in with McPhee trailing. McPhee, Mantha on him. It's deflected. And Sarin picks it up. 13:30 to go. Second period. 2-1 Rangers. Melnick. Miller couldn't play it, but Ridley picks it up. And comes in. Ridley's pass deflected. He gets it back. Ridley spinning away. The shot goes wide.
See, Malash was late on that one, too, wasn't it?
Sarin drives it around and out of the zone. This will be an icing if Whistle gets there first, and he does. Icing is called with 13:03 to go. Second period at the Pittsburgh Civic Arena. Rangers 2 and the Penguins 1.
Just for the fun of it, just for the run of it, the number 1 of it, Diet Coke. Just for the style of it, just for the oomph of it, the wrinkle, the taste of it, Diet Coke. Just for the swing of it, just for the just for the cool of it, Diet Coke. Just for the look of it, from Coca-Cola. Just for the taste of it, Diet Coke.
13:03 left, second period. It's 2-1, the New York Rangers over the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Pierre LaRouche has joined us up here in the broadcast booth. We're happy to have him here.
My pleasure, Sam. Phil. Always want to be with TV stars. But definitely Malash is struggling in the net tonight, Phil.
Absolutely.
And he's a good friend of mine. I hate to say that, but he's having a tough time.
I've known Gilles a long time.
Now, do you talk about that on the
77 World Tournament?
When you see that, do you talk about that on the bench, the guys?
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely. The thing is, you try to get the puck on the net. You know, right now, I'm sure that on the Ranger bench, they'll be talking about, Pierre, let's get some shots on net. They only have 2 shots on him.
Hannon drops it back. Johnson pushes it ahead. Shabbat's pass for Johnson. He's bumped. And Ridley takes the puck back. Now Miller. Miller has a good check in front on Jim Johnson. Chris Jensen trying to get in. Beats Kelly Miller. Miller tied up by Norm Schmidt. Pushed back for Miller, but intercepted by Schmidt. Plays it off the glass.
But Pittsburgh in this period are much better in their own zone than they were in that first period. There's another icy.
And back for the touches, James Patrick with exactly 12 minutes to go. One question for you about Milosh. Can his teammates sense that he's shaky?
Yeah, I think they're playing that way. There's a lot of caution out there, and I think that it's a 2-1 hockey game, and it is really a very, very tight checking game.
But he's the type of goaltender also that can probably get it back together as the game progresses. And that's what I guess the coaching staff and all that, because I'm sure the coaching staff see it too.
Stopped by Ruotsalainen, lifts it toward the net. It's knocked down in front. And a whistle for a hand pass.
I'm sorry, Sam. I'd like to ask you a question.
Go ahead.
And I'm sure a lot of fans would wonder about this, because I cannot stand watching a game that I'm not playing.
It's very difficult.
So how long did it take you? You adjust to it? I can't take it. I can't take it.
Well, I'll tell you what, Pierre. I adjusted real quickly because I had to, because I like to eat.
Brook with a shot that slides through the crease to the near boards. Patrick pinches in. Loose puck pushed ahead by McClellan. Centering pass comes through, and Cunneyworth has it. Comes out with Blaisdell. Cunneyworth drives one from center off the glass. To the near side, Patrick is there. Kept in by Buskus. Ruotsalainen with room to play it. And Blaisdell comes into forecheck. Patrick to Maloney. And out of the zone it goes. Crawford and Helminen scoring in the first period for the Rangers. Lemieux on a power play for Pittsburgh. Patrick checked by Cunneyworth. Ruotsalainen takes it. Lost the puck momentarily, gets it back. Ruotsalainen looked up, saw someone coming in. It was Cunneyworth, and forgot the puck. Sent all the way down by James Patrick. Bodger goes back, makes the touch. Icing is called. 10:51 remains. Second period. Rangers still holding the lead.
Period, and it's 2-1. The New York Rangers still over the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Pierre LaRouche talked about tight checking. Only 5 shots on goal for both teams. Now 6.
See that?
In the second period. 4 for Pittsburgh, 2 for the Rangers.
I don't know whether you saw that off the faceoff. That was unbelievable what Lemieux did. I loved it.
McPhee to Allison.
Try to take advantage of very little thing.
That's right. That's why he's so good. You know, you got to take advantage.
Knocked away from Allison by Siren. Crawford pushing it ahead. Siren finds the puck, and then it's cleared away by Mantha. Out comes Lemieux. Ruskowski on the left. What a move on whistle. Lemieux just went wide. Oh, man, what a move by Lemieux. Here comes McPhee. Poke check by Mantha. Centered across by Whistle, goes into the corner.
He's worth the price of admission around here.
First the move on Whistle, and then the shot he got off on Van Beesbrook.
Well, one hand he tried to just slide it in there.
There's
on the far side.
Duguay checks Melnick. The puck knocked away. Lemieux throws it to the Ranger zone where Whistle has it. 9:40 to go. Second period, 2-1. Rangers lead it. Helminen across the line, leaves it for Maloney. Shot, glove save, Milosh. Looked like it was going up high, but Milosh gloved it and gets a whistle for a face-off.
There he is, Mario Lemieux. He just made some move on Whistle. Boy, oh boy.
Sandstrom's not back, isn't he?
No, he's not. I just saw Dave Smith. Watch his move on. Watch now. He goes to his left. Soon as he saw Whistle move. But here's what I like with one hand. He can't cut out in front. One hand, he just tries to, and it just hits the goalpost. But you see, there's the long reach.
You don't teach those, I think.
No, you can't teach that sort of thing at all. Here's another look at it. Watch the one hand. Look. Oh, and Van Beesbrook was, I mean, he made the save by poke checking there a little bit.
In the Penguin zone, Ridley fights for the puck. Shot by Miller is blocked. Hit Norm Schmidt. Shot by Ruotsalainen is a save by Milosh. Hannon has the puck. Jim Johnson works it up the boards. Penguins couldn't clear it out. Rangers keep it in. No, it was deflected. It was actually under the arm of Willie Lindstrom. This afternoon, Vancouver and Boston, a 1-1 tie. Reed for Boston, lands for Vancouver. New Jersey leading the Islanders 1-0. That's in the second period. Hartford over Chicago 2-1 in the first. Calgary leads Montreal 2-1. That's in the first period after Calgary lost to Quebec last night 6-2. In case you missed it last night, Edmonton beat Detroit 12-3 with Paul Coffey getting 2 goals and 6 assists. In the corner, Dave Hannon. Hannon trying to work it in front, goes to the near boards instead. Past Shabbat, and Ruotsalainen takes it out. Ruotsalainen against Norm Schmidt. Carries it deep in centers. Milosh sticks it aside. No follow-up, and out comes John Shabbat. Across the line, he feeds to Jim Johnson. Johnson back, tied up. It's loose along the boards. Ridley working it up the board. Stopped by Schmidt for a shot. Deflected in front.
You're right about James Patrick, boy. I'll tell you, he's having a good game.
Big game for James Patrick. Ridley with the puck. Taken down by Norm Schmidt. Penalty called. Norm Schmidt will go for tripping Mike Ridley. And the Rangers with a 2-1 lead will have a power play coming up.
What every business needs is an overnight express with dependability. Why, I can set my watch when Jim here makes his morning delivery. Dependability. I call for an urgent pickup. Presto. Laurie's here. Dependability. And when Glenn comes for his evening pickup, we know it's time to close. Dependability. That's why my overnight express is potato later. Pizza later.
Purelator. Hurrier.
You make a note of it.
For dependability you'll never forget, remember 1-800-EARLY-AM.
Dave Hanna goes for high sticking at 11:35. And the Rangers will go on the third power play. They are 0 for 2 so far.
It's nice to have a player like Ron Gresham who can play both positions, isn't it?
Isn't that great? We were talking about that at the beginning. He can go anywhere.
Bullard able to clear the puck. Greshner chased by Cunneyworth.
I think this is a big power play for the Rangers. Pierre, what do you think?
Make it a 2-goal game.
Maloney gave it away to Bullard. And it's taken back. Kalmanen has it. Careless pass by Don Maloney. Now the Rangers regroup with a man advantage. Halmanen for Brook. Brook, Maloney, McClellan, Greshner, and Halmanen on. McClellan in the corner. Bodger trying to send it around, was tied up, blocked by Maloney. McClellan works it free, has the puck. Maloney wrestling with Bodger. Fans wanted a call. Meanwhile, the Penguins are able to clear the puck. Halmanen with Bullard on him. Brook finds the puck. 1:05 left in the man advantage. Stolen by Shabbat. A couple of careless passes by the Rangers, giving the puck away in their own zone.
That first pass again, we've talked about it so often. It's so important.
Out in center, McClellan. Whacked at by Willie Lindstrom and sends it in. 48 seconds to go on the power play for the Rangers. Mo Mantha with the puck. Deflected out by Lindstrom all the way down. Here's Patrick. Sending it in. It's blocked by Mantha. Loose puck. Mantha finds it and clears it.
Well, Mantha's more into the game in this period. He's played well in this period.
And Beesbrook plays it around the board. Shabbat gets over there to take it. Good play by John Shabbat. He'll kill some time off here. Penguins have it. Norm Schmidt drives it down. 20 seconds left in the man advantage. All the way around. Ruotsalainen taps it out to center, but the Penguins have it. 10 seconds left in the power play, and the Rangers did not get a shot on goal. Cunneyworth takes it.
And this was a big, big power play for the Rangers. Like Pierre says, you get a 2-goal advantage again.
Teams are back at full strength. 6:20 to go. As a 2-on-1 develops, Hannon with a drop, and Ruotsalainen there to intercept.
Hannon should have given that puck up at the first spot.
Miller dumps it in.
Looked offside also.
Yeah.
Hannon has it. And carries. Gets it back. Hannon takes it in against Whistle. Hannon shoots, save, and Beesbrook, and he knocks the rebound in the corner.
Good save.
Whistle has the puck.
That's the first time I've noticed the Ranger defense backing in this evening.
Bodger comes across the line with Duguay. Rangers take it back. The lead intended for Jensen. It was off his stick. Buskus has it. 5:45 to go, second period. Rangers 2, Penguins 1. Allison was tied up by Duguay. Bodies flying all over the ice. Lemieux went down. Tied up with McPhee. Bodger has the puck. Now Crawford sends it back to Melnick. Allison across the Whistle. Whistle almost lost it. Whistle looking really shaky in tonight's game. Has not had a good game at all. Bodger to Lemieux. 2-on-1. Lemieux comes in. Save Van Beesbrook.
What a stop.
And Lemieux bangs the glass behind the goal.
That
in
was
frustration.
a big save.
Rangers still lead it 2-1 as Lemieux was stopped.
Why change a good thing? That's what I asked when Oldsmobile redesigned the Delta 88. Oh, then I drove it. Wait till you see how it handles. There's front-wheel drive, too. But inside, plenty of room to stretch. Our Delta 88 is the family car that didn't forget the family. Some things never change.
Borrow the car, Dad?
Some things never change.
From a good old guy.
5:15 left, second period. Still 2-1 to New York Rangers.
How do you like the game from up here, Pierre?
Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. I prefer to be down here, though. I'm having a little trouble with you guys. You're too professional for me.
Nada.
5:15 to go.
Me? Are you kidding?
Huber tied up by Duguay. Pushes it to Brook, and the Rangers will get out.
So they watch us on satellite, huh?
Miller is tied up in the corner. Watching us across the country.
Yep.
On WOR TV Channel 9. Ruskowski has the puck. Across for Duguay. He's tied up by Brook. Good work by Brook. And a delayed offside whistle against the Penguins. A couple of other scores to give you around the National Hockey League. As you look at Bob Brook, let's go to the scoreboard where Quebec is leading Minnesota 2-0. Toronto got the first 2 goals in that game. Flyers have come back. Tim Kerr's got his 48th, and the Flyers lead 3-2. They have regained first place in the Patrick Division. Washington at St. Louis, no score. That's in the first period.
Boy, Philadelphia won a big game against Washington the other night.
Bob froze with the shutout.
Washington 1 goal in the last 3 games in the Spectrum.
And the Spectrum, that's right.
In that New Jersey Islander game, Mark Johnson has the goal in the second period. Devils leading 1-0 at the Nassau Coliseum. We understand that Chico Resch is in goal for the Philadelphia Flyers in that game at Toronto. His first game with the Flyers. Johnson working it ahead to Norm Schmidt. Clears the zone. There's Lemieux. The ever-present Mario Lemieux leaves it for Blaisdell. Save Van Beesbrook. He covers.
Well, that was Frawley, and what a save again by Johnny Van Beesbrook. And Lemieux on another line, a 4th line. Center Simpson has not seen very much ice time. Mario Lemieux gets the puck. Now watch the left of your screen. You'll see number 28 come in. Rutzelainer lost his balance. Here's where he drops it. He just leaves it. See that? And Frawley shoots it again. Johnny Van Beesbrook coming up with a big save. He's hot, boy. When John's like this, he's as good as there is, isn't he, Pierre?
Definitely. They're going to have a hard time beating him the rest of the night.
Yeah, he's challenging. He's really challenging.
Feels very comfortable compared to Gilles Meloche.
That's right.
Bodger has the puck, placed at the boards. Still loose. Helminen picks it up. Wrist shot. Hit the outside of the net. Sundstrom gets it to Maloney over skates. Tries to center, blocked by Buskus. Just under 4 minutes to go. Second period. 2-1 Rangers. Helminen knocking it down. Trickles through the corner. Maloney plays it. Maloney for Helminen. Trying to tee it up. It's taken away. Hannon sends it out. Patrick gets to the puck. Maloney sends it back in the Pittsburgh zone. Round the boards, Randy Cunneyworth comes out. Whistles, throws it to the Pittsburgh line. Buskus is there, Helminen on him. Gave it away, there's Sundstrom. Sundstrom shot deflects into the corner. Melnick keeps it in for the Rangers. It hit referee Kerry Fraser. It's loose in the corner. Sundstrom back to Melnick. And it's gloved by Meloche, and he holds it in the midsection. With 3:19 to go in the second period. Shots on goal, 16 for the Rangers, 15 for the Penguins.
There's a guy, Larry Melnick, who's been playing very steady since coming over from Edmonton. Playing the right side.
Definitely been a big addition to this hockey club. He's playing.
By the way, when are you going to play? What's next week? That's definite or what?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Here comes Melnick walking in. Checked by Mantha. And it's sent ahead. Hannon trying to get out of the zone. Does. Takes a hit. In comes Lindstrom and shoots high. Comes to Mantha. Mantha centers. It's deflected.
Crawford is going to go for a penalty.
Penalty called on the Rangers. High sticking is the call. 2:59 to go in the second period. The Penguins have another power play chance. Give me a light. A Bud Light.
If you just ask for a light beer, you never know what you'll get.
Case of light? No, Bud Light.
So if you want the less filling light beer with the first name and taste, don't just ask for a light beer.
Give me light.
Ask them to bring out their best.
A Bud Light.
Bud Light. Because everything else
Thanks.
is just a light.
Bob Crawford gets 2 minutes for high sticking at 17:01. Pittsburgh go on their third power play. They've scored once. The last time as Mario Lemieux scored the goal.
At the point, it's Bullard. Gets it to Lemieux. Ruskowski is in front.
Should say gets it to the quarterback.
That's right. Bullard across to Duguay. He's open. He shoots. He scores! It's a power play goal. Ron Duguay's first goal as a Pittsburgh Penguin. Score tied 2-2.
Boy, they set that up beautifully, but it all started with the winning of the faceoff. Bullard to the left. Here's Duguay. Hole sets up and just shoots with his head down, but he hits the net and goes into the net. Another look at it. Lemieux back to Bullard, over to Duguay. Watch the left side of your screen as you'll see the puck go in, as it may have hit Willie Huber's right shin pad and went in. And Duguay scores his first goal as a Pittsburgh Penguin and his 20th for the year.
They are going absolutely wild in the Civic Arena.
Now, as the Rangers had a big opportunity on a power play and did nothing, Pittsburgh comes back and scores on a power play. Their second chance on a power play and scores.
Those goals with 5 minutes left in the period always hurt.
Always hurts.
2 power play goals. We talked about special teams. That's the difference right now, but it's only... Again, it's tied. Ruotsalainen broke his stick. Shot by Jensen deflects up into the crowd.
That goal, Duguay, his 20th from Lemieux and Bullard at 17-13, and it was a power play goal.
And following the second period, we'll have a pre-taped interview with Ron Duguay. Interesting conversation about his trade here to Pittsburgh.
I had lunch with him today, and there was he said at first that he was a little,
That's why you couldn't have lunch with me, huh?
No, well, I didn't know you were here.
Lemieux's newest line mate, that's Ron Duguay. We'll take a look at it happened in the NHL in the month of February. Just a look back at some weird and wacky things that went on. I think you'll enjoy it.
I like those things.
We should get some film.
Lindstrom, block, good play by Melnick. He's slow getting up. He's limping a little bit. Taken by Shabbat, feed across to Johnson. Blocked again by Melnick. 2 plays by Melnick, big ones in front. And he's still limping a little bit.
He sure is, Sam.
Whistle stops play. An offside was whistled against the Penguins.
And now he's trying to skate it off. What do you think? He got it above the shin pad?
Yeah, probably between the shin pad and his pants.
Yeah.
This usual place where they...
Where you get it, that's right. But he did a good job in blocking it.
He's amazing. He's amazing at doing that.
Watch this. Watch him go down. He times it. Oh, this is the one where he blocks it with his stick on the pass that comes across. Johnson was trying to pass it to Willie Lindstrom.
Yeah, you do have a lot of guts to go down an M shot.
Oh, wow. That's for sure.
Pierre LaRouche is with us up here in the booth, joining us for the second period. Rangers and Penguins tied 2-2 with 1:45 to go in the second period. Duguay digging in the corner against Greshner. Lemieux works it free. Pulled down. Trying to center. It's still loose in front. The Rangers recover.
On his
Brook
belly, he
comes
got
out.
the puck out front.
Greshner has the puck. Drops it in the Penguin zone. Brook after, tied up by Ruskowski. Mantha and Jensen in the corner. Brook looking for it. He goes down with Ruskowski, and the puck is frozen for a faceoff. With a minute 25 to go. And look at the numbers as far as faceoffs are concerned. In the first period, the Rangers dominated. Second period, Penguins dominated.
So far, Penguins are dominating 13-5, and we talked about that 8-year-old who asked me the importance of faceoffs. And I say, you win faceoffs, you get control of the puck, but here, now the Pittsburgh Penguins, even though the shots on goal are the same, have been dominating the territorial edge, and that's because they've been winning most of the faceoffs. In the first period, it was the Rangers.
Why does that happen where there's such a turnaround, where the Rangers were doing well in the first period, and then the Penguins are doing better in the second period? Is it more
I don't know. I
concentration?
don't know why it happens like that. Things like that just happen sometimes. Huh?
I think just somebody told me it was 2-1 for the Islanders. I'm not too sure.
We will get those scores. Thank you, Pierre. Keeping an eye on the scoreboard.
Trying to be as professional as you people are.
Thank you.
1 minute to go in the period as Helminen comes across, drops to Ruotsalainen toward the net. It went through. Ridley plays it in the corner. Centers for Miller. He missed. Ruotsalainen is open. He walks right in and shoots. It deflected to the corner. Penalty coming up on the Penguins. Patrick has the puck. Wrapped up by Duguay. In front, Ridley shoots it wide. And the whistle stopped play with 42 seconds to go in the period.
Well, there should be 2 penalties, actually, but they never do
Duguay
it.
should get
They never
penalty there,
do it.
too. You're right. But Ruotsalainen was all by himself. Look at this. Fakes, walk in. I'm even yelling walk in.
There he is.
Comes in again. And then he blasts it, but it deflects off of the stick of Momenta. Goes into the corner. Wow, what an opportunity.
Johnson gets 2 minutes for holding.
19-18.
That'd be nice to score now, and think that would hurt them real bad.
That would hurt him real bad in that last minute or so, huh? You know about that, don't you, Pierre? You've been getting a few there.
Well, you did it in Calgary, and you did it against New Jersey, and it's really helped turn those games around, Pierre.
I think everybody's playing well. I mean, it's just I've been the one. The lucky one to score the last minute.
Here's Patrick to McClellan. McClellan back into the corner to McPhee. Rather, Helminen, excuse me. Helminen holds the puck. Waiting. Cross ice off a skate. Ruotsalainen was cutting down for the point. Couldn't play it. Shabbatis got it in the corner. Throws it cross ice, but Helminen stops it. 20 seconds to go in the period. James Patrick knocked away by Bodger. Kept in by Helminen, but Hannon clears it. That's going to do it for the second period. Rangers will start the third period with a man advantage. Helminen comes out to center. 2 seconds to go in the period. That's it. First period belonged to the Rangers. Second period belongs to the Penguins. The third period,
Who
to
knows?
decide.
There's a minute and 18 seconds the Rangers will have on the start of that power play.
Before I go, gentlemen, I have to say thank you very much. It was a real pleasure to be with you 2 guys here tonight.
Thank you for joining us, and let's get some word. When do you hope to be back on the ice?
Tuesday night.
That's pretty quick. Okay.
I like that.
That's the way it goes.
Tape an aspirin, too.
Thank you.
Thanks for being with us, Pierre LaRouche. End of 2 here at the Pittsburgh Civic Arena. 2-2 the score. Back to talk with Ron Duguay in a moment.
The car won't start.
Before winter trouble strikes, give your gas an STP tune-up. Used regularly, STP gas treatment helps break up and remove water to prevent gas line freeze-ups.
STP is the racer's edge.
Billy? Bobby? Have you seen the Yellow Pages? Ask Dad. Hon, where's the Yellow Pages?
Ask Billy.
I asked Billy.
Ask Bobby.
I asked Bobby.
Ask Gramps.
Over the years, one book has been in more homes, helping people throughout New York find more goods and services. The 9X Yellow Pages. It's always there when you need it.
Nobody has a tougher position than a pro defensive back. And nobody sweats more.
But I don't shower with deodorant soap, because I made a break from that stuff. A clean break with Ivory.
Look, what you see is basic natural soap. And what you get is an honest clean.
Some soaps cover you with smelly perfumes or deodorants. That stuff doesn't get you clean. Ivory makes me feel clean and smell clean. That's an honest clean.
Make a clean break with Ivory. No soap can get you cleaner, no matter who you're up against.
We are a big family here, from all over the world.
China, Yugoslavia, Italy,
Poland, Czechoslovakia.
Yonkers.
So we all kicked in $1 for New York's big lotto jackpot.
We hit it! An American dream came true. Huh? Yeah!
Now we're part of another family.
New York Lotto family. Okay, you rich guys. Back to work.
Join the family. Play Lotto 48 every Wednesday and Saturday.
To help make March Mazda's biggest month in history nationwide, your Mazda dealer is offering incredible deals throughout the showroom. It's your chance to save on 626, a world-class family car. On 323, Mazda's state-of-the-art small car. And special factory cash allowances mean you can save hundreds on Mazda B2000. So hurry to your Mazda dealers now. Don't miss your chance to become a part of history.
Get a great deal at your local Mazda dealer today.
Welcome back to the Pittsburgh Civic Arena, where between the second and third periods of tonight's game between the Rangers and the Pittsburgh Penguins, and my guest is the newest Pittsburgh Penguin, Ron Duguay, former Ranger. And Ron, the trade to Pittsburgh, was it any different emotionally as far as getting traded from Detroit as it was when you got traded from the Rangers?
Yeah, I suppose it was. Being that it was during the season, you know, I just wasn't ready for it. It happened, I think, at 11:30 at night, so I thought I made the deadline. But Jimmy Devellano called me in and told me about the news. At the time, I didn't know what to feel because, you know, I was having so many problems in Detroit. I was part of a team that was having a lot of problems. So I suppose deep down inside, I was a little relieved. And, you know, right away, they started telling me how I'm going to get a chance to play with one of the better hockey players in the league. So I kind of, I felt that it would give me another opportunity to get myself back together again, because it's been a bad year.
With that situation, when a player gets traded like that, do you feel that in part they were blaming you for some of the problems that existed in Detroit this season?
Well, no one's come up to me and told me that. But I suppose there's more pressure on the older players. You know, I was one of the players, I'm sure they were counting on them doing more scoring, which I wasn't doing. But when you look at it, no one was really having a good year. So, you know, it was so bad that I feel that they felt they had to make some changes. And, you know, I was one of the players that teams are calling for. So, you know, I had to go.
Well, certainly it's nice to be wanted. And obviously the Pittsburgh Penguins feel that you can be the man that can propel them into the playoffs.
Well, I hope so. It's in a situation now where I'm fighting against my old teammates, my old team as the Rangers, and I guess it's going to be another challenge for me. You know, right now I'm in games that are like playoff games, actually, you know, with only 11 games left. And I just hadn't had that in Detroit because it seemed like we'd been finished since Christmas time, you know. And so right now I'm enjoying hockey again. You know, I feel like I'm playing for something.
Going back to the Detroit situation, why did that fall apart so dramatically? There was so much hope and anticipation and expectation at the start of the season for Detroit.
There was. Everybody was quite excited about the new season, you know, coming up, and with all the new players they had gotten. I don't know. You can't really put your finger on exactly what happened. There's just a lot of little things. It all started when we lost our number one goaltender, Greg Steffen, for 8 games. And Corrado Mikolov and Eddie Mio, they just had a tough time in the nets, and there was too many games lost because of bad goaltending. You know, I don't like to put the blame on them, but that's what happened to start things off. And with all the new players on the team, we weren't able to get ourselves together to be able to come up with a big game. No one really knew each other. No one had confidence in each other. And so it just, one thing led to another, and we had a lot of problems.
Okay, playing with Mario Lemieux. I saw the eyes light up when you mentioned playing with one of the top players in the league. You've had a couple of games with him. What's the feeling like?
Well, I know I'm going to get a lot of opportunities, you know, because he keeps feeding me the puck. You know, I'm a little nervous right now because, you know, I don't have my confidence, but I don't know. I think it's just a matter of time. Hopefully we're going to make one of the best lines in the NHL. And so, you know, everybody loves scoring goals, and if I can be in that position, then great.
And maybe extend your career a little bit, too.
Yes, he may do that, too, although I'm still young, though.
Only the human eye focuses faster, and Mario Lemieux comes up with the power play goal to get things started.
Okay, watch Lemieux come in here and make the big deke on Johnny Van Beesbroek. But what I like about this is Johnny Van Beesbroek almost hooks the puck out before it goes in. And you can just see that puck on the left of your screen. Duguay and Ruskowski got assists on that goal. That was a power play goal.
And then here comes Ron Duguay's goal.
Face-off, Sam. Big face-off. He wins the puck back to Bullard. Bullard goes back to Lemieux. Now the quarterback sets it up. Watch this. He stops, back to Bullard. He knows where Bullard is. Right of your screen is Ronnie Duguay all by himself. And I think this puck banks off of Willie Huber's shin pad and goes into the net. And the Rangers were tied up then by Duguay's power play goal.
And once again, you saw what Lemieux did. He drew everybody to him and worked the puck around. 2-2 is the score at the Pittsburgh Civic Arena. We'll be back with period number 3 in just a moment.
Introducing the amazing Minolta Maxim, the world's easiest SLR, because it alone has built-in automatic focusing. Look, Maxim's autofocus lets you get perfect shots before others can even focus. Change lenses. Maxim again gets the shots that used to get away.
Only the human eye focuses faster.
Minolta Maxim.
Only from the mind of Minolta.
This bud's for all that you do. You keep America going. You keep the juices flowing. You are the muscle, the hope and the hustle. You keep the country growing, and you make America work. And this bud's for you.
Here's to you, Beechwood Age, for that clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
Welcome back to the Igloo. And this is some game. We talked about playoff-style hockey. That's the type of game. And as Phil mentioned earlier in the game, this is really a game that perhaps if you're looking at which team it's more important to, I think you've got to say Pittsburgh, because the Rangers do have a game in hand. If they lose, they would fall 3 points behind. Pittsburgh would still have the game in hand and have that one meeting with the Penguins late in the season.
I tend to agree with you, Sam, totally. I think if you're going on a scale of 1 to 10, this game would be about an 8 for Pittsburgh and about a 7 or a 6 for the Rangers, only because they're playing at home. They got a packed house, which means a lot to them. And if they lose the game at home, then now they're 1 point behind the Rangers, and the Rangers still have that game in hand. So, but don't make no mistake, it's very important for the Rangers also. Very important for their morale and everything else. Now, the Rangers have a minute and 18 seconds left on the power play with Johnson in the penalty box.
Okay. This is power play number 4 for the Rangers, and it's made a big difference here. The Rangers have really not gotten anything going on their power play opportunities. Ruotsalainen, Patrick, Maloney, Ridley, and Jensen on for the Rangers. Patrick to Maloney. Off the boards, broke it up by Bodger. 1 minute to go on the power play. Patrick to Maloney. Knocked into the zone. Shabbat plays it off the boards and out.
That was a risky play by Shabbat right there.
Ruotsalainen's got to really get it going.
He does. He's got to be the guy that takes him up there.
Gets the pass from Maloney. Goes to Jensen. Malash stops it behind the net. Leaves it. It's loose. Maloney trying to dig it free. So's Ridley. Kerry Fraser blows the whistle and stops play.
Boy, Malash not handling that puck very well right there. And the puck goes underneath. Donnie Maloney playing on the power play and wearing an A, as you can see, with Barry Beck being injured, Ronnie Gresham back being captain.
And with Tom Laidlaw out also.
That's right. That's right.
Thomas Sandstrom has not returned to the Rangers bench. He has a bruised left knee. Suffered in that collision with Norm Schmidt as Sandstrom came across the line. So yet another injury to the Rangers. At the point, Huber goes to Greshner. He winds and shoots. Knocked down in front. Slides by the net.
That goal wouldn't have counted there.
Brook Why not?
Kicked it.
Okay. Bullard clears it out. And Huber is back to play at 15 seconds to go on the power play.
That'll start it again with a face-off.
Huber finds the puck.
Sandstrom's out there, Sam.
Oh, there he is. Okay, sorry, I did not see him on the bench, but he's okay. Well, that's good news for the Rangers. They ice the knee down. Teams are back at full strength. There's Bullard across the line. Hook checked away, and Greshner has it. Loose puck in center ice, picked up by Sandstrom. Pushes it in, and Schmidt takes it. Sandstrom checked along the boards. He's skating a little bit slowly, a little stiffly. Duguay couldn't handle a pass in center. Melnick tied up along the boards. Rangers are 0 for 4 on the power play. Penguins are 2 for 3.
That's a big difference.
Lemieux couldn't get to the puck. Lemieux with a goal and an assist. Duguay with a goal and an assist. Duguay has 4 points already in 3 games with Pittsburgh.
Playing with Lemieux is going to score a lot of points.
Ruskowski working it up the boards. Allison stopping it. And now it's thrown out of the zone. All the way down. And Beesbrook stops it for whistle. A little over 2 minutes gone by in this third period. As Melnick plays it around to McPhee. Duguay goes over and hits him, but the pass comes to Allison against Busquets. Pushes it ahead. Ruskowski takes it back. Has Lemieux open on the right wing. Here he comes. Lemieux against Whistle. Lemieux shoots. Save Van Beesbrook. Allison trying to dig it free. Plays it around to the far side of McPhee. McPhee lifts it up. It's stopped by Busquets. Still loose along the boards. Allison knocked down Duguay and takes the puck, sent it right in front of his own net. And Beesbrook was able to slow it down. Out in center, Bodger takes it back. Comes in, feed to Ruskowski, shoots off the glove of Van Beesbrook up into the
some
crowd.
save. Oh, what a save that was.
16:58 to go, third period. 2-2 the score.
Why change a good thing? That's what I asked when Oldsmobile redesigned the Delta 88. Oh, then I drove it. Wait till you see how it handles. There's front-wheel drive, too. But inside, plenty of room to stretch. Our Delta 88 is the family car. They didn't forget the family. Some things never change.
Borrow the car, Dad?
Some things never change.
From your good old guy.
16:58 left, third period, and it's 2-2. Face off deep in the Ranger zone. That was a heck of a save that Van Beesbrook made on Ruskowski.
Tough shot by Terry Ruskowski. You talked about Duguay playing with Lemieux. How about Ruskowski, the year he's had playing with Lemieux? 24 goals. False start on the face-off. They'll do it again. Loose puck comes back to Jim Johnson. Goes across. Norm Schmidt. He shoots high off the glass. Comes out to Johnson. Sends it around the boards. Bullard is there in the corner. Checked by Halmanen. Halmanen ties him up. Knocks the puck to James Patrick. Kept in by Johnson. Patrick trying to dig it free. And it's worked loose by Sundstrom and out to center. Schmidt takes it back for Pittsburgh. 3.5 minutes gone by in the third period. 2-2 the score. And offside Pittsburgh. This program is authorized by Madison Square Garden Productions Incorporated solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any publication, rebroadcast, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this event, including the imposition of a charge for viewing the program without the express written consent of Madison Square Garden Productions Incorporated, is prohibited.
It's not allowed.
I like your definition.
Okay, 16:23 left. Third period.
Huber stops the puck. Greshner off the boards and out. Mantha goes back for it. Drops it off. Siren gets there. And Willie Lindstrom clears the zone. Huber comes over to play it. Lost control. Shabbat takes it. Shabbat holds. Cross ice. Billy Siren open. He shoots. Save. John Van Beesbrook covers.
Another good stop by Johnny Van Beesbrook. Comes out to challenge Siren. Here's Siren, top of the circle. Johnny Van Beesbrook right there. Makes the save high on the chest. but I like him covering up on that rebound.
15:57 to go as John Van Beesbroek takes a breather. There is
I'll tell you,
the man from Finland.
You know, you talk about even All-Stars at the end of the year and MVPs and stuff like that. Van Beesbroek has been unbelievable this year.
Out come the Rangers. Kelly Miller. His cross ice off the boards. Stopped by Malash for Siren. Up the boards, Hannon clears the zone. Took an elbow from Willie Huber. Chris Jensen lost control of the puck. Picked up by Mantha. Across the line against Greshner. He shoots. Save off the chest. And Beesbroek drops it in the corner. Lindstrom kicks it around. Stopped by Greshner. Drops it behind the net for Huber. Greshner playing on defense tonight. In case you joined us late, Tommy Laidlaw is out with a back injury. Barry Beck out. Pierre LaRouche is here in Pittsburgh, but out of the lineup. Mark Pavlich has been suspended, having announced his retirement. Says he will not play. New Jersey leading the Islanders. No, that should be Islanders 3. New Jersey 1. Islanders 3. Final score, Islanders 3, New Jersey 1. So we correct that. Hartford leading 2-1. Deneen picked up his 24th goal. That Kevin Deneen is a good player.
You better believe he's a good player. When he's healthy, and I'll tell you, no one tries harder.
Hard working, and he scores goals at a great clip. Here's McClellan, soft shot stopped by Malage. Buskis has the puck. 5 minutes gone by in the third period. 2-2 the score. Duguay with Lemieux on the right. Melnick breaks it up.
Oh, Melnick made a smart play there. You see what he did? He went straight for Lemieux, and he let Whistle take Duguay.
Sandstrom, cross-ice speed, broken up. Good play by Raskowski coming back, and he has the puck. The veteran Terry Raskowski leaves it for Bodger. Duguay controls it. Offside Pittsburgh. 14:40 to go in the third period. And while I have a moment, I want to wish my mom a happy birthday. She's watching me in Delray Beach, Florida.
Oh, yeah, it's her mother's birthday.
Happy birthday, Mom.
Mrs. Rosen, happy birthday. What a son. What a son you got.
14:40 to go. Back to the scoreboard in a moment as we have the face-off with Bullard and Helmanen. Bullard wins it. Steve Johnson drops it back for Norm Schmidt. With room, he carries, falls down. That's embarrassing. Here comes Helmanen. Helmanen comes in. He shoots. And a save by Malash. He got the left arm on it.
Did you think that? I thought Johnson deflected it.
Okay.
Oh, what's the difference?
Across the line, Blaisdell. His pass is blocked. And again, Patrick takes it back. Blaisdell hooks him to slow him down. Ruotsalainen rushes the puck. Drops it off for Helmanen. He shoots again. Save Malash. The rebound. And it's loose as Maloney fell down.
Well, that was a good save by Malash. And that's been the first real good one he's had.
Here's Maloney looking to center for Sundstrom, was blocked by Bullard and cleared around by Schmidt out of the zone. That was a good chance for the Rangers. Helmanen is shooting the puck more now. That goal may have given him a lot more confidence. He's looking for the shot more. Shabbat takes the puck back. Greshner lifts it out.
Now it seems to me that Pittsburgh, every time Lemieux's line's on the ice, they have opportunities. Other than that, you know, it's the Rangers that dominate.
There's Lindstrom carrying the puck. Lindstrom against Huber. Cuts to the inside. It's knocked away. Loose in the corner. Hannon trying to get to the puck. Slowed up. Centers for Shabbat. Off the stick of McPhee into the crowd. 13:14 to go. Playoff style hockey at the Pittsburgh Civic Arena.
Once there were two bears, a big bear.
I'll have a Coca-Cola Classic.
And an even bigger bear.
Give me a case, Coke.
This bear loves the big, bold taste of Coca-Cola Classic, the original. And this bear loves the light, smooth taste of Coke. Because it goes down real easy.
How about another?
Yeah, another case.
Another case?
You gotta keep a lot of Coke in the refrigerator.
Coke and Coca-Cola Classic.
Here's the save by Malash on Helmanen. There's the shot and a good save. So he looked behind him. And now Malash, you see him laying there, and it took him a long time to get up. 13:14 left, third period. 2-2.
16,033 here at the Pittsburgh Civic Arena. Lemieux behind the net. Checked by Greshner. Lemieux still with it. Down right in front of Kerry Fraser.
Wow.
called. Kelly Miller across. Against Mantha. Blocked. Duguay takes the puck.
Wow. I know he dove a little bit, but that was really something.
Shot by Huber. Glove by Malash, who would have gone outside of the net. Mantha sends it around to Duguay. It's past him. Greshner plays it. Gave it away to Duguay. Then able to poke it ahead. Kelly Miller wrapped up by Duguay, and it's sent into the Pittsburgh zone. Mantha back for it. Chris Jensen forechecking. Mantha to Duguay. Lemieux on the right. Ruskowski on the left as Duguay comes in. Checked by Melnick. Stopped by Van Beesbrook. Ooh, dangerous move. Jensen around the whistle, fell down. Lemieux to Duguay. It's knocked down in front and cleared into the corner.
Hit Ruskowski.
There's Jensen carrying. Jensen stops. Cunningworth back to pick up the puck. Sends it around the boards. Whistle trying to get to it is tied up with Duguay. Mantha sends out Cunningworth. Lemieux is ahead. The lead for Lemieux as he takes it across. He took himself offside. The pass was in his skates.
Exactly.
And he actually went across ahead of the puck.
Exactly. He knows it. He's a smart hockey player. He knows that that was offside. Boy, he made a pass. He had a great opportunity to shoot. He passes it to Duguay. And Ruskowski's in front of the net. Like, you know, he really does a good job there, too. And he went in front, and Duguay hit Ruskowski.
Mario Lemieux scored a point in 28 consecutive games now.
Okay, watch Ronnie Greshner grabs Lemieux on the left. He did grab him a little bit, but Lemieux, boy, he went down hard.
I want to tell you something. In the first period, that would have been a penalty call.
You're right.
Buskus at the point. Wrists it wide on the net. To the near boards. Here comes Sandstrom. Sandstrom drives one from center off the chest of Malash. Buskus picks up the puck. Sandstrom lost his glove and broke his stick. And he gets a new stick and picked up his glove. Buskus across the line. Buskus comes in, and he's tied up by James Patrick. Who's puck? Blaisdell picks it up, tries to center. It's deflected. Here comes Ruotsalainen. Ruotsalainen out with Brook trailing him. Ruotsalainen looks around. And bump. That shot goes high. Taken by Sundstrom. He broke his stick. And Johnson comes out with a puck. Leaves it for Blaisdell and on to Bullard for a shot. Off the stick of Huber, way up into the crowd. Exactly 11 minutes to go. Mike Bullard, the captain, has 38 goals this year.
You know, that surprised me. He's got 38 goals. He's playing with Blaisdell and Cunningworth. And at least this evening's game, he hasn't really had any opportunities. But he plays the power play. He plays the point.
He's a dangerous man as well. Our next game on WOR-TV, Channel 9, is next Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock when the Rangers meet the Philadelphia Flyers. Mike Emmerich will be calling the play-by-play for you.
So Mike and I will be there, huh?
I'll miss you.
Where are you going to be?
I'm going to be at Madison Square Garden for the Virginia Slims Tennis Championships.
Okay.
A great tennis tournament.
Yes, it is. Well, Sam, I'll miss you in Philadelphia.
But we'll do it
Way
the
up
following week in Philadelphia on the 29th.
Okay, I'll be there with you.
Great.
I think. Never know in this world anymore.
Crowd is going wild. Let's go Pens.
11 minutes exactly left in this period, and it's been pretty even.
Puck knocked down in center. 2-2 the score. Rangers 2 goals in the first. Pittsburgh 2 goals in the second. Greshner has the puck. Greshner carrying. Good moves by Greshner. Controlling the puck well, and Lindstrom finally bumps him toward the net. Save Malash. The rebound is still loose. The scramble on. And Malash still able to stop it as Sundstrom couldn't stuff it in. Sundstrom kept poking, and Malash wouldn't let it go through.
Hannon almost covered that up with his hands. Would have been another penalty shot.
If you're heading for the West Coast, there's a new way to fly. It's the Moonlight Special, and the price ain't high.
Every night, Eastern Airlines flies the Moonlight Special to the West Coast for $89. There's no checked baggage and special conditions apply.
When the sun goes downtown, then the price does too. That Eastern's Moonlight Special, shine its ever-loving light on you.
The Moonlight Special, only $89. Call your travel agent or Eastern Airlines.
Let's take another look at that. And what I want you to watch this time, first Hannon, right in the left of your screen. Watch with his hands, and then watch the right of your screen, Kerry Fraser. He's right on top of that situation. Good camera work.
Allison poking the puck around. It's played by Raskowski out of the zone. Greshner waits for Allison to get onside and drives one toward the net. It's gloved by Malash. Plays it to Duguay. Good hit by McPhee on Duguay, knocking him down. Allison has the puck. Knocked down at the line by Ville Siren. Ahead for Lemieux, deflected by Huber. McPhee with Duguay on him. Greshner across to Bobby Crawford, who has one of the two Ranger goals. Crawford and Helmanen in the first period for the Rangers. Here comes Lemieux. He and Duguay have scored for Pittsburgh. Lemieux for Duguay. It's broken up in front. Here comes Siren. He's knocked down by Crawford. Toward the net. It's gloved by Van Beesbrook, and he plays it. McPhee. Head for Crawford. Crawford hooked from behind by Siren, who takes the puck away and clears it out to center. Melnick lifts it high back into the Pittsburgh zone, but the Rangers are offside. Crawford's still in the zone.
Boy, Lemieux took a heavy hit from Huber and then roughed Huber up a little bit. He and Willie Huber going at it. Sorry,
in that Islander-New Jersey game, Islanders got 3 goals in the third period. Crom, Brent Sutter, and Bob Bourne scoring all in the third period. Islanders defeat New Jersey 3-1. Islanders have won 3 in a row. Billy Smith was in goal for the Islanders tonight. Craig Billingsworth for Billington, excuse me. Billington for New Jersey. 9:20 to go in the third period. Icing called on the Penguins. Rangers 25 shots on goal, 9-4. Rangers are out shooting Pittsburgh in the third period.
They've had 2 real good ones, and Malash has had to make the saves. Sort of blows my theory.
Well, no, you said he's the type of goaltender who can come on in a game and get hot. I remember that. Quebec still leading Minnesota 2-0. Philadelphia, Sinisalo has 2 goals, leading Toronto 5-4. And Washington leading St. Louis 2-0. Chris Jensen backhands one wide of the net. Cunningworth sends out for Bullard. It's broken up by Whistle. Jensen's pass blocked by Buskus, but he sends it into the Pittsburgh zone. Just under 9 minutes to go, third period. Doug Bodger has the puck.
I don't think he's going to call a penalty unless it's so obvious that he has to.
Across the line, Kelly Miller. Miller makes the move on Bodger. Just got hooked, and that knocked him off balance. Puck sent around, stopped by James Patrick. Blaisdell on him. Back to Miller behind the net. Tried to get it in front. It's steered through by Whistle. By Jensen, rather, who's cleared out the center. Patrick's pass stopped at the line by Buskus. And Ruotsalainen takes it back as we go between blue lines.
That ice must not be good or something, because a lot of guys are falling down.
Patrick gets in, drops it off. McClellan goes cross ice. It's behind Sandstrom, and Hannon has the puck. Johnson throwing it down. Shabbat going for it, and Beesbrook plays it to Brook. London was really starting to fly. The pass was blocked by Lindstrom. Kept in by Norm Schmidt. Now it's Shabbat along the boards with Brook. Shabbat hooks it behind the net to Lindstrom. Lindstrom tied up by Patrick. Drops it off. Van Beesbrook comes out to play it, and he plays it around the boards. McClellan able to clear the zone. I still remember that goal that Van Beesbrook got caught off earlier in the season when the Rangers were down 4-3, and he got trapped behind the net. McClellan able to poke it out. Takes a bit of a dive in center. He's tripped up. Here comes Johnson back for Pittsburgh. Save Van Beesbrook. Greshner has the puck. Pushing it out of the zone. He's tripped up.
See, he's not going to call anyone.
Brook forcing his way in, but Johnson takes it away. Now Dave Hannon for Pittsburgh. Hannon across the line. Rolls it in. Willie Huber plays it. 7 minutes to go. Third period. Score tied 2-2 as Huber carries and drives it. It's blocked by Siren. Out comes Mantle. Duguay gets the pass. Duguay against Whistle. The shot deflected by Whistle into the crowd. 6:50 to go in the third period. Still tied 2-2.
My bet is you won't recognize
recognize this New York landmark. It's the new aqueduct with food from all over the world. Clubhouse comfort everywhere. Of course, some things haven't changed. On a typical day, savvy people like you could take home $2 million. The new season is on, and with Pick 6 betting, you could make a fortune with a $2 bet. New York's Big A never looked better. Come see for yourself.
Make money today. Go to the Big A.
6:50 left in the third period, and it's still tied up at 2.
Pretty good game, huh?
Yes, it is.
In center ice, Allison lost control, and Lemieux recovers. In they come. Mantha's tied up, and Whistle fires it around the boards. Out in center, Allison picks it up, has McPhee on the left, goes in, it's poked to McPhee, he shoots, save, Balash. Lemieux holds and fires it out of the zone. Duguay with a hit on Allison, takes the puck away. Duguay comes in alone and is taken out by James Patrick. Patrick comes out. Buskus slows him down. Patrick knocked away from him. Loose puck. Patrick goes for it. Blaisdell ties him up. Now it's picked up by Helminen. 5:35 to go in the third period. Helminen's got to wait for Ruotsalainen to get onside. I tell you, Ruotsalainen is just ready. He is absolutely ready to get that lead pass.
He's been flying up there and just not been getting the pass.
Ruotsalainen picks it up. And now it's Sundstrom to Helminen. Helminen's had a good game, and it's knocked away by Bodger. Bullard wraps it around the boards, and Cunningworth plays it. Cunningworth has to wait for Blaisdell to get onside. Drives it in. Just under 5 minutes to go in the third period. Maloney sending it down. Icing waved off as Norm Schmidt goes back for the puck. Sends it ahead to Lemieux. Excuse me, to Blaisdell. Now to Hannon. I just expect Lemieux to be on the ice all the time. Here's Bullard with a shot. Good save.
Good stop.
4:36 to go. Third period. 2-2 the score.
We're Manufacturers Hanover, changing and growing to meet your needs. In Boston, a corporation chooses Interplex, our advanced treasury management system. In Chicago, our CIT people provide growth capital for a manufacturer's expansion. In Tampa, a couple on vacation gets extra money. We're Manufacturers Hanover, and now you know why we're called the financial source worldwide.
4 minutes, 36 seconds left in the third period. It's 2-2. And overtime looms very, very...
Wait. Oh, Lindstrom shot wide. Don't get too anxious for overtime here.
No.
We got a lot of time to go here.
But the way they're playing, boy, I'll tell you, Lindstrom just missed an unbelievable opportunity.
Loose along the boards. Hannon's got a hold of Miller's stick. Johnson works the puck to Shabbat. And out comes Schmidt. Gets it to Shabbat. It's off his stick. Alec breaks it up. Shabbat looking for the puck. It's knocked away by Ridley. Johnson for Lindstrom. It's by him. Whistle back. Lindstrom on him. Whistle trying to ward off the check. Plays it up the boards. It's stopped by Lemieux. Lemieux has the puck. Looks around. Goes across. Shot by Schmidt. Deflected into the corner. Whistle after it. Tied up by Lindstrom. In comes Jensen. Whistle. Wrestled down by Lindstrom. They're on top of the puck. 3:41 to go in the third period. Score tied 2-2. Crawford and Helminen in the first period for the Rangers. Lemieux and Duguay on power plays in the second period for Pittsburgh.
Lindstrom had an unbelievable opportunity right in front of the net and shot it wide. Let's take a look. Watch the puck. There's Lindstrom all by himself, and he just shot it wide. as he took a hit from two guys, Miller being one of them.
On goal off the face-off. Boy, that Lemieux. He just amazes you with everything he does. The puck bounced off the corner glass.
He's got quite a repertoire.
3.5 minutes to go in the third period. Nice pass to Sandstrom from Ruotsalainen. Sandstrom shoots off the chest protector of Malash. Mantha's pass hit Duguay in the skates, and he finds it. Duguay comes across the line, drops it off for Siren. Siren pokes it to the corner and chases. Ruotsalainen gets there. He's hit by Siren. In comes Brook. The puck is still loose. It comes to Duguay. It's knocked away by Ruotsalainen. Battle along the boards. 3 minutes to go as Brook comes away with the puck to McClellan. And across the line, Sandstrom goes after it. Sandstrom trying to get a shot off, was hooked by Siren. Nothing being called in the third period.
Absolutely
by Kerry Fraser. Puck taken back by Sandstrom.
Oh! Wow! What an elbow by Willie Huber.
And nothing called there. And Raskowski goes after Huber. And here we go.
They're all after him because what he did to Lemieux.
And Lemieux is still down. You can see Lemieux not moving on the left of your screen.
Willie Huber gave him quite an elbow.
Wow.
And Lemieux still down on the ice.
And not moving at all.
Wow, now we'll see what happens here. This could be a big opportunity if Willie Huber does get a penalty. Ruskowski.
Well, Lemieux getting up slowly. They're still pushing and shoving involved there. They're still going at it. And now some punches being thrown. Cuddyworth, number 15, is involved.
Sandstrom started in.
Greshner, he was holding on to his stick and gloves. He had not dropped, and then finally he dropped his stick and gloves. Ruskowski still wants to get at somebody. Duguay and McClellan are paired off. Brook and Buskus, Brook and Buskus.
Well, that all started with Willie Huber, and I'm trying to find where he is. Do you see him?
Huber and Buskus are paired off at the blue line.
Lemieux is just getting up now. Ruskowski goes into the penalty box.
Lemieux looks woozy.
Watch the elbow if you can see it. Okay, there's Lemieux on left of your screen. Here comes Huber. Watch. Bang.
Wow.
Right there.
That's some shot, and he goes flying off balance into the boards.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Huber has gone to the penalty box. So is Ruskowski. 2:43 to go in the third period. Still tied.
Why change a good thing? That's what I asked when Oldsmobile redesigned the Delta 88. Oh, then I drove it. Wait till you see how it handles. It's front-wheel drive, too. But inside, plenty of room to stretch. Our Delta 88 is the family car that didn't forget the family. Some things never change.
Borrow the car, Dad?
Some things never change.
From your good old guy.
Okay, 2:43 left, and you can see Kerry Fraser explaining it to Bullard and Greshner. Huber and Ruskowski are in the penalty box. Let's listen.
Penalty. Number 8, Terry Ruskowski. 2 minutes each for high sticking. Time of the penalty, 17-17.
That's it.
Huber and Ruskowski, 2 each for high sticking at 17-17.
Well, the Rangers get a break. Get a big break.
Well, there was no penalty called on Huber on the original hit on Lemieux.
Well, that's what I mean when they got the break.
So then, as Ruskowski went for Huber, those were the penalties called there. Now, Greshner has to be questioning, what about Cuddyworth? He came after me and threw a punch. He's got to be questioning that. And Fraser is just saying, hey, that's it.
Greshner's saying, what do you want me to do, stand there? Boy, oh boy. Seen anything? Let's get a shot at Mario Lemieux. He must be around right in front of Bob Berry there. We can't tell from this angle. I don't see him on the bench. I'm trying to find him. Can't find him. We're... Oh.
2:43 remaining as things settle down here, or they try to settle things down. You're looking at the Penguins bench, and we're looking for number 66.
I didn't see him go off, but Buskus is going over to the door. Oh, I see. He's just going over to get water. Well, they play 5-a-side. Huber and Ruskowski at 17-17 get high sticking penalties.
No loss in manpower. From all that, settle down and play out the remainder of the clock here in regulation
Lemieux
time.
must have gone off because he is not on that bench.
While all that was going on,
he must have gone off.
Yeah.
No, there he is. He's on the bench. I see him. He's right by the door as they come in. He was sitting right against the glass.
Okay, he is on the bench there. He's still shaking his head. He's bent over. He's sitting next to Randy Cunnyworth and Craig Simpson. Still skating 5-a-side.
The Rangers, I think the Rangers have to be very careful right now because he really missed that penalty, and if they make a move, he'll probably call one now.
2.5 minutes to go in regulation time as Sandstrom went down. Ruotsalainen drops it behind the net. There's James Patrick. Lindstrom in after him. Double team by Hannon up the boards. Kept in by Johnson. Ruotsalainen stops it in front. And Brook,
I guess I was wrong.
Pulled down Lindstrom, but here comes Ruotsalainen on the rush. Feed to McClellan. He shoots wide. What a shot by McClellan as he drove one, but wide of the net. All the way back into the Ranger zone. James Patrick chased by Lindstrom. Out to McClellan. 2 minutes to go in the third period. 2-2 the score. McClellan across the line. Gets by Cunnyworth. Johnson takes the puck. Hits McClellan hard, but McClellan with a back pass to Brook. Hook checked away nicely by Shabbat. Centering pass. Nobody there for the Rangers. Taken by Lindstrom. 1:40 to go in regulation time. Greshner ahead for Brook. Stopped by Johnson, picked up by Bullard. Watch out here. Bullard against Greshner. Bullard lost control as he tried to cut around Greshner, and Greshner takes him out of the play. Chris Jensen to Bob Brook. 1:25 to go in the third period. Brook sends it around the boards. Malash stops it. Kelly Miller comes in, couldn't block the pass, and got knocked down. Ridley gets it back to Melnick. Wrists it toward the net, deflected wide. Picked up by Mantha. 1:10 to go. Up the middle of Bullard. Bullard comes out. Bullard, right side feed, broken up by Patrick, taken back by Blaisdell, and brought it offside. Former Ranger, former Detroit Red Wing, Mike Blaisdell. He's played the entire season here in Pittsburgh. Has scored 14 goals. There's Mario Lemieux. He looked really woozy as he sat on the bench. 1:04 to go, third period. 2 goals for the Rangers in the first period. Bob Crawford and Raimo Helminen. Now Lemieux's returning to the ice. Lemieux and Duguay with power play goals in the second period.
You know why Willie Huber, I know why he did it. It's like, remember I was telling you about Lemieux and Willie Huber, and Lemieux roughed up Willie Huber?
Right.
And that's the type of player Huber is. He doesn't go back at you right away. He waits for his opportunity.
1 minute to go in regulation time. Patrick almost lost it to Troy Loney, who's on the ice for the first time in the third period. Sent ahead for Helminen. Knocked away from him. Loney after the puck is tied up in center. 3 Penguins along the boards. Loney trying to work it free. Ruotsalainen sending it ahead. 40 seconds to go in regulation time. Siren with the puck. Trying to lead Lemieux. Helminen breaks it up. Rather, it was Maloney knocking down the pass, and he has the puck. Maloney takes it in and shoots it. Gloved by Malash, but the Rangers were offside. 31 seconds to go. Regulation time. Rangers and Penguins 2-2. Mario Lemieux. He's talking to referee Kerry Fraser. Not too happy.
Well, he's going to get a lot more of that as his career progresses because he's very good and they're going to take shots at him.
But I think also as he progresses, the referees will maybe give him the benefit of the doubt on a call,
Possibly,
too.
but he's a very big guy, so that sort of negates a lot of that.
Off the boards, Ruskowski picks up the puck. 25 seconds to go. In regulation time, tied 2-2.
Oh, don't play that.
That's an icing.
Oh, my Lord.
Norm Schmidt sending it down. Nowhere close to anyone and nowhere close to the red line. Dumps it down and gets an icing.
Lemieux's talking to Willie Huber right now.
They're right next to each other in center ice. And now John D'Amico skates by, just in case anything breaks out.
Boy, that was really a dumb play by Norm Schmidt to get an icing call with 18 seconds to go, deep in his own zone. Could cost him right here, boy, with a face-off. Talk about winning face-offs. This is where it's all about.
Shabbat comes on to take the draw as Lemieux and Duguay go off. John Shabbat has had an excellent game, defensive game. He's played a real solid defensive
You see, Brook is going to try to go back to Gressner, who's out of your frame here.
But Shabbat won the face-off. Brook ties him up along the boards. Over comes McClellan. Sandstrom is in front. Now goes behind the net. He's wrapped up and just held by Johnson. Puck in the corner with 6 seconds to go in regulation time. Norm Schmidt with 4 to the red line. He gets one more shot. Knocked away. What a shot by Norm Schmidt from center. Van Beesbrook had to make a tough stop. And here they go. One more get together at the end of regulation time.
I can't say that, I know this has been a pretty good hockey game, but I can't say that I agree totally with Kerry Fraser's calls tonight, and probably the reason why we're having a lot of this stuff right now, the get-togethers.
Okay, things settle down. We have completed 3 periods at the Pittsburgh Civic Arena. We are going to overtime. Rangers and Penguins tied 2-2.
Why change a good thing? That's what I asked when Oldsmobile redesigned the Delta 88. Oh, then I drove it. Wait till you see how it handles. It's front-wheel drive, too. But inside, plenty of room to stretch. Our Delta 88 is the family car that didn't forget the family. Some things never change.
Borrow the car, Dad?
Some things never change.
From your good old good.
We'll play the Rangers at Madison Square Garden tomorrow night.
Here we go. 5 minutes of sudden death overtime.
2-2 the score. Brook, Sandstrom, and McClellan on against Lemieux, Duguay, and Ruskowski. Lemieux wins it. Siren sends it ahead. Huber will play it. Chased by Ruskowski, bangs it off the glass. Center McClellan back to Brook. Brook drops it in. Siren trying to break it up. Checked by Sandstrom along the boards. He gets it out. Huber has it, lifts it up, and back in. Offside Rangers. Sandstrom still in the zone. 18 seconds gone by in the overtime. The Islanders now have 78 points. The Rangers have 68 pending the outcome of tonight's game, and the Penguins have 69. Penguins have played 69 games. The Islanders now 69. This is the Penguins' 70th game. This is the Rangers' 69th game. Brook picks up the puck. Sends it around the boards. Malash stops it. Back behind the net, Johnson wrapped up by McClellan. Lemieux looking for the puck. McClellan trying to kick it free. Johnson trying to freeze it. Face off.
Well, as long as you keep getting face-offs in the other team's zone, they have to go to 190 to 200 feet to put the puck in the net, so it'll be all right.
Lemieux, 2 more points tonight, keeps his point-scoring streak alive. 28 consecutive games. He scored at least 1 point. In those 28 games, he scored 59 points. 21 goals, 38 assists.
Shabbat comes out there to take this face-off.
In the defensive zone.
Yeah. But still.
And Brook comes out to match him. Shabbat's had a real good game, killing penalties. Rangers are 0 for 4 on the power play. Pittsburgh 2 for 3. Shabbat wins the draw again, pokes it behind the goal line. Shabbat pulled down, and on top of him with a pin goes Brian McClellan. It was Johnson who pulled down, excuse me. 4:21 to go.
There's Brian McClellan. As the Rangers make a change in line. Helmanen comes out with Sundstrom and Don Maloney. 4:21 left in the overtime. It's still 2-2, obviously.
It could be 7-2.
Helmanen and Shabbat on the draw. Sundstrom at the edge of the circle toward the slot. Ruotsalainen hoping to get it. Patrick shoots. It's blocked. And it goes to the corner. Schmidt banks it off the boards. Patrick couldn't stop it. It bounces out. Ruotsalainen goes over. Loose puck. Shabbat works it into the zone. Shabbat broken up by Patrick. Loose puck kept in by the Penguins.
That ice must be bad. That puck is bouncing around, bouncing around.
Patrick has it. Off the glass. Stopped by Norm Schmidt. Shoots it toward the net. Goes wide into the corner. 3:55 to go. Along the boards, Hannon. Loose puck to Lindstrom. Save Van Beesbrook.
What a save. Again, Johnny Van Beesbrook making a stop on Willie Lindstrom. He's got some talking and shoving going on. Here's the shot by Lindstrom right up into the chest area. And Van Beesbrook, you see how sharp he is. He picks up that rebound and holds on to it. Hannon complaining about he got a stick from Ruotsalainen.
I think you've said it all along. John Van Beesbrook has not left any rebounds at all tonight.
Oh, he's very, very sharp in that.
3:49 to go in overtime. Lemieux wins the draw. Back to Siren. Backhand to the head. Huber in the corner with Ruskowski. Good play by Ruskowski getting over. Duguay trying to work it free. Back behind the net. Lemieux centers. It's off the skate. It's still loose. Greshner plays it up the boards. Kept in by Mantha. All the way around to the near board. Siren comes down from the point to play it. Duguay in the corner. Duguay holds the puck. Pushes it up the boards. Huber takes it out. Huber for Ridley. Ridley comes across the line. Ridley drops it off. Mike Allison back to Ridley. Ridley in front, and it comes all the way through into the corner. Taken by Ruskowski. A lot of passing by the Rangers. Did not get a shot off.
Too much passing that time.
3:05 to go in overtime. Ridley can't find the puck. Cunneyworth takes it back for Pittsburgh. Now 3 minutes left in overtime as Cunneyworth rushes. Deflected by Brook. Good play. Here comes Brook. Bob Brook gets in. Brook couldn't get a shot off. Was knocked away. He centers all the way through. Meloche came out and poked it off the stick of Brook. Loose puck. Still loose in front. That shot goes wide by Sandstrom. Wow. Sandstrom goes down, and we have an injured player. Whistle stop play. Bullard down on the ice. And now Cunneyworth does some shoving with Brian McClellan. Bullard face down, motionless now, lifts his head up. A wild scramble, and Sandstrom just shot one wide of the net. Things settle down. Meanwhile, Bullard being checked out by the Penguins trainer. 2:42 to go in overtime.
I did not see what happened on that one. Bullard still down.
Too slow to get up. Woozy.
Roy Sandstrom just missed.
A lot of guys, there's been some hard hitting. A lot of guys have been shaken up. Lemieux was shaken up. Sandstrom was shaken up. Bullard being helped off.
Watch this. Cunneyworth actually loses the puck to Bobby Brook. Brook forces in. Now watch Meloche. Here he comes. He comes out now. Forces it. And Bobby Brook skates it, but you saw the puck. It just bounced up on him. And he couldn't get the puck as he looked around to see who was anybody who was in front of the net.
Boy, I just got a score handed to me. A final.
What's
Hartford beat Chicago 11-4.
11-4?
It was 1-1 at one point in the game, and Hartford scored 8 straight goals. Wow.
At Hartford.
Big win for the Whalers.
Yes, it is.
They're 4 points behind Buffalo in the race. That shot by Sandstrom is stopped, and it's knocked aside. In the race for the final spot in the Adams division. This is the race for 4th place in the Patrick division. Willie Lindstrom has the puck. 2:25 to go in overtime. 2-2 the score as Ruotsalainen drives it around the boards. Kept in. No, Johnson couldn't play it. Then he tripped up Sandstrom in center.
There aren't going to be any penalties. There could be a tackle. There could be everything. There won't be any penalties.
Norm Schmidt has the puck. Forechecking is Brian McClellan. Schmidt just holding. Trying to decide which way to go. McClellan after him. The pass deflects out to center. Greshner has it. 2 minutes to go in overtime. Off the stick of Brook. Schmidt has it again. To Siren. Pile up in center. Loose puck played by Huber. Goes cross ice, deflected off Ridley. Greshner pokes it ahead. Knocks it aside to Allison. Allison across the line. It's dumped in by Miller. Malash plays it around the boards. Ridley gets over to stop it. Ridley throws it through. Knocked away by Malash. And it's cleared out of the zone. Patrick has it with 1.5 minutes to go. Into the Pittsburgh zone. Miller races for the puck. Knocks down Lindstrom. Schmidt picks it up. 1:20 to go, but it's up into the crowd. Making 1:21 left in the game. Willie Lindstrom's had some good scoring chances tonight. Van Beesbrook has stopped him. He also was wide on one early in the third period.
Yeah, he was right in the slot, and he was right on it. Now we'll see whether he puts Shabbat out there to take the draw, and lets Doogie take the draw instead of Lemieux. Because Duguay takes a lot of the draws.
Well, it looks like Lemieux will set up to take it. Duguay will be the backup guy. Brook, Sandstrom, and McClellan. Boy, they've seen a lot of ice time here in overtime. Loose. Duguay takes the puck. Out in center, knocked down by Sandstrom. Goes to Ruotsalainen. Ruotsalainen hasn't had a chance for a big rush in overtime. 1:10 to go. Ruotsalainen has the puck, lifts it into the Pittsburgh zone, bounces in. Mantha's after it. Right on him is Sandstrom. Up the boards, past Duguay. 1 minute to go in the game. Patrick back for it. Ruotsalainen trying to screen Lemieux. Lemieux chasing James Patrick. Bangs it off the boards. Johnson in center. Lost it to Brook. Brook comes across the line. He shoots off a stick and into the crowd.
Well, the Rangers have absolutely dominated territorial-wise anyway in this overtime. And haven't been able to penetrate enough to get a real good opportunity, although Bob Brook did have an opportunity. The puck went off the end of his stick.
48 seconds to go in the game. Rangers 2 and the Penguins 2. It's been some game. Crowd of 16,033. A sellout crowd at the Pittsburgh Civic Arena. These two teams meet again the last game of the regular season, April 6th at Madison Square Garden. Ridley trying to find the puck. Gets it back to Greshner. Toward the net, deflected wide by Miller. Shabbat works it up the boards, and out of the zone comes Hannon across to Lemieux with 35 seconds.
See that puck bouncing.
Hannon after it with Huber. Good hit by Huber. Greshner plays it up the boards. It's stopped by Schmidt. He shoots. Deflected. Stopped by Van Beesbrook. What a save as Ridley comes out with 22 seconds. Dumps it down. Malash has to play it around the boards, negating the icing. What would have been an icing. Shabbat lifts it out of the zone. 15 seconds to go. James Patrick comes in. Patrick stopped by Schmidt. Here comes Lemieux with 10 seconds. Lemieux across the line against Ruotsalainen with 6. Lemieux looking to shoot. Wide of the net. He's knocked down. That's it. It's a 2-2 tie. What a game at the Pittsburgh Civic Arena.
Wow.
John Van Beesbrook made an outstanding save on that deflection off the shot by Norm Schmidt. The puck changing direction, going to Van Beesbrook's left, and he came up with a game saver right there. And a big game for the Rangers. Congratulations from Glenn Hanlon to John Van Beesbrook. And I think the Rangers have to be very, very happy with the tie.
Absolutely, I think so too. They worked very hard. Now tomorrow night's game is the game, like I said at the beginning, that they have to be really careful for. I felt that they would play well in this game, but tomorrow night would be a time when they may have a letdown.
Well, again, there's Reg Higgs congratulating John Van Beesbrook. The reason I say happy with a tie, again, you're in Pittsburgh, a packed house for the Penguins. You knew that they wanted this game badly to break that losing streak. Rangers played very well, and the Rangers won a game here. The Rangers getting 2 goals in the first period. Bobby Crawford and Raimo Helminen. Second period, Penguins 2 power play goals scored by Mario Lemieux and Ron Duguay, and wind up a 2-2 tie. Outstanding goaltending for John Van Beesbrook. Gilles Malash coming up big in the third period. Our next game on WOR TV Channel 9 is next Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock. Chicago 11-4. Calgary's ahead of Montreal 4-2. Minnesota is trailing Quebec in Quebec 3-1, and Philadelphia and Toronto 5-5. Chico Resch in goal for Philadelphia. That's in the third period. Washington is ahead of St. Louis 4-3. That's in the second. This afternoon, Vancouver and Boston played a 1-1 tie at the Boston Garden. Again, here at the Pittsburgh Civic Arena, the New York Rangers and Pittsburgh Penguins play a 2-2 tie.